characters. It's, you know, if
Okay.
there's a backup plan, I can accept.
Okay. Should be. Alright. Back on.
So are we ready?
I'm a fucking T-Rex, bitches. I'm a fucking T-Rex. Fuck yeah. This is great. Fucking hell.
So, and you. Okay. So, time for the next round. Let me open.
Two more poison arrows applied.
I might become if Quincy doesn't want to awaken T-Rex. I'm a fucking T-Rex vigilante. Fucking hilarious.
You're just a T-Rex. You're not a vigilante.
No, like
Yeah,
like
but if he gets awakened later, he could take class levels.
Yeah, I could be a Tyrannosaurus vigilante. Just wears a little fucking mask and a little cape. He's just like, I am the night.
You know what? Well, he technically belongs to me, so you know what? I'll give it when we actually awaken him.
That's his initiative.
That's like the most conspicuous thing possible, though. It's like, I wonder if that giant T-Rex is the other giant T-Rex we know wander.
But no. It's like Clark Kent. I put on a mask and he's like some fucking bat T-Rex. And then all of a sudden when he takes off the mask, he's like, oh, it's just a normal.
I'm normal T-Rex. You know, like all the other T-Rex that wander around this city. One of the many, many T-Rexes you see on your travels. Nothing to see here. I don't see that working. Yeah,
he just puts on glasses and it's like Sir Barrington. He just puts on he goes, and everyone's like, yes, I understand, I know. And they're just like, I know. It's hard to believe, but Mr. Barrington, you know.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of that story? The story of Mr. Barrington?
So,
Sounds
place yourselves.
not enough.
I've heard that before, yeah.
I did say I want big arenas from now on.
I didn't hear that. That must have been while I was gone.
I said that for, like last session.
Well,
it's actually double disadvantage because they're gonna have the same disadvantage. Yeah, sure, I guess.
Yeah, they're forced into melee with the T-Rex.
I guess, yeah, sure.
Fuck you and your couch, bitches!
So...
They did not expect this.
They did not. Well, T-Rex...
Like, what the fuck?
Actually, they probably did because... They might have because, what it probably was is they expected to face just the T-Rex.
Instead of 4 people and a T-Rex. Or 2 people and a T-Rex. And then they were like, shit. We done fucked up.
I just need 1 crit, man.
It was at this moment that Gavin knew. Fucked up.
Another cat's grace.
Okay.
You only had 1, I thought.
He bought 1.
Oh, okay.
A while ago.
No, I actually have 3 before, and I drank 1 last time, and we found 1 this time. So I'm just gonna drink one more. So it's gonna get big. I only have like 1 left. 16. Whatchamacallit? Initiative.
I'm not good at initiative rolling for some reason.
Maybe we should stand behind the T-Rex. I don't know. Flux.
Welcome one and all, to the semi-finals.
Can I just drown this dude out with 1 giant roar? Can I just drown him out? No, I want to get this.
You can certainly roar. Also, go ahead and get the initiative, just so and
Intimidation check. Can you add me to the initiative order as well?
Yeah, that's actually in a. Let me. I thought that T-Rexes had the frightful presence, but they don't.
No, they don't. It's a little dumb that they don't.
As I'm shooting as I'm shooting my arrows, I'm gonna be singing.
Okay.
Well, keep the introduction going.
To
sorry.
my left, the champions who overcome and recruited the mighty T-Rex, the Silver Smashers! Crowd cheers.
Yay.
To my right, and he gestures toward a dwarf in spellcaster's robes and a guy with a trident.
Can I roll perception to see their races and all that stuff?
The guy with the trident is a human, the spellcaster is a dwarf.
Okay.
A fucking dwarf. Oh shit, that's not good. That means he can have the fucking giant slayer.
That does not help against T-Rex.
Nobody has like +4 AC against
Versus-
anything large or more.
No, just versus giants.
Okay. Sorry then.
No, I'm thinking of the D&D. Like anything larger than 4 bonus.
Okay then let's keep going. What's the name of their team?
See. The Shield and
Where's that?
Spell.
The shield and spell already.
Yes.
They don't even have a shield.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm working on immediateness.
No, you know what? You're a bad GM and you should feel bad.
I do.
Damn.
Anyways,
Calm down, man. I will have to say, like, if you're being sarcastic, it's not coming through with the
I'm
accent.
definitely being sarcastic. Sorry then. Sorry if you guys aren't picking it up.
no, I picked up on
Add
it.
more sarcasm.
God damn it! You didn't want more sarcasm, but by God, you gonna get it.
Additional sarcasm is required.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'll try to tone it down too. Sorry.
All right. So, now let the battle begin.
Fuck this dude.
Ratchet.
400 attack. Poisoned arrow.
Okay.
On this guy, human.
Okay.
1d20 plus. Can you please give me the 1d20 plus? It's 14 and then 4, so 18. 25 to hit. Second attack. Third attack. Actually, the third attack is a 9 plus 4.
Everything hits.
Okay.
I don't
So-
even have to move to attack me.
No, you don't.
That's fucking hilarious. Blah, blah, blah.
Only one arrow is poisoned. 1d8 plus 1d6 plus 11, then 4. That's 15. First arrow, second arrow, third arrow, fourth arrow, and then roll a fortitude save if he's not already
Okay.
dead.
Hold on. It's 50, 68 points of non-lethal damage. He's not already down. He has
Roll a
the same.
fortune.
He has the same fortitude save as the T-Rex, which is amusing.
Oh, he makes it. He makes it then.
Wizard's turn. Let me get reflex saves.
All of us? Okay.
Everyone.
Damn, that's a bad roll.
It's plus 1 to each of those, so 17.
And
Mine.
Flux is the
21.
only one who fails. This was for half damage.
Fireball.
Yes.
The T-Rex is like, fuck this
basic.
shit. I'm a fucking T-Rex bitch.
So 20 or 21?
20.
The T-Rex still got this. Like, I got this guy. I got this player.
Show us your work.
I might just take one step so that fucking caster can't cast properly because he'll take technical opportunity. I'm tempted to do that. Just get it.
You 5-foot step here. T-Rex.
Got him.
Bitch.
Just charge the spellcaster.
I could do that. Or it's like 20 feet, you know, my attack.
Yeah, go ahead, do that. Definitely
Yes,
go
I
for the
can do it.
spellcaster.
So, boss, see ya.
Okay.
And I get. Attack.
He only has one attack, so he only has to, you only get one roll.
So I get a fight. So,
Yeah.
okay, let's do
Swear to God. Swear to God.
20
This
plus
one.
22? No, wait, that's plus 20. 39? It's critical.
And that's a crit threat. And it should be 22 because you charged.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
So,
is that confirmed?
That confirms.
Okay.
yes.
So roll your crit, and you also have bleeding critical, but we'll take care of that on his turn.
46 plus.
And he has grab, right? Or was it?
Yeah, I do. I do have a grab.
Yeah, you roll that as well.
4 damage, holy fucking shit.
Roll it again, because it's a crit.
13,
So that
Your-
is
Your
69.
strength is much more than that. Your strength is 32. So you add 32 to your damage.
No, that's not how that works.
It's,
You add-
modifier.
You
add
add double your
modifier.
modifier. Double your modifier is your strength,
No,
Yeah, which
it
is-
isn't.
which is 32.
It's your modifier is 10. Is your score minus 10, and then half of that.
I thought
Anyways,
I thought
roll
every-
grab.
it's only 22. 22 is
Okay,
double.
fine. Sorry. Let's go. Keep going.
Okay, say that again.
Roll grab.
I forgot how to roll grab. That's CMB, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's CMB.
The bonus to
Plus
grapple.
28.
Yeah.
Plus 32. Plus
Yeah.
32.
Yeah, so it's well, and the bonus next to the grapple thing, that's the total bonus. It's not on top of the.
51. Holy shit. Oh, God.
Wow.
Flux.
God. Just like, mine!
Okay, so spellcaster is in mouth,
Yes.
and not looking good. And the other guy, I think, was this guy attacked in the previous round?
He has not moved yet.
Okay, I wasn't sure who.
No, the wizard cast fireball and then he got.
Ratchet attacked someone. I wasn't sure who Ratchet attacked.
Yeah, I shot this guy. I shot
Okay,
the
so-
human.
That's what I thought. Okay, well, I guess it doesn't really matter.
Nom.
Go to there. Yeah, that's exactly right. Slumber DC 20.
God was fun. Holy shit. Dinosaur. Da, da, da.
Or rather,
And where was that roll last fucking round?
Okay. Well, I ordered the T-Rex to drop him down because I don't want him to be dead.
T-Rex doesn't do
I don't want
shit.
this spell.
Someone else
What?
is controlling the T-Rex.
Well, technically I own it. Come on.
I can technically drop him if I want to. Or I can just drop him.
You can make a handle Do you have handle animal?
No, I don't because I'm an urban one.
Screw you.
Look, he's trained. He's supposed to understand.
He will.
I can
Okay, you can give him the command. I'll let you, because he's trained. You can make handle animal untrained.
I
Well,
have
that's still-
handle animal.
Yeah.
Okay,
well,
then
I
you're the
can't.
one. If you have ranks in handle animal, he listens to you. Because you're the one who knows how
Yep.
to handle an animal.
Let the nice man down.
On your-
Let the nice man down.
Okay. We'll resolve that on the T-Rex turn. In the meantime, what does our archer do?
I'm just gonna ready an arrow to shoot him with non-lethal damage just to make him as the prisoner. I don't want him to die.
Alright, his turn. He doesn't realize that you don't want him to die, so he's going to try to live. Okay, he does have a potential get out of jail free card here. And he's gonna make a concentration check.
Which is impossible.
No.
Do you know what the DC is?
It's like you have to break their grapple with the concentration check. It's almost impossible to do.
Okay,
Yeah,
what is the CMD?
it, like CMD? CMD is 39, so no.
Yeah, nah, he doesn't manage it.
Can I drop this door? Like,
No, you're gonna lay him down slowly.
no, you didn't say that. You said drop him.
He said lay
I
the last
I
man.
said put him down, which has clear implications of setting him down gently.
No, that doesn't.
Attack
I will-
for the love of God, man! Come on.
I am gonna drop him. I will drop him.
I didn't say drop it. This isn't like Batman. I always say, "Oh, drop." It.
Okay.
Like, oh, that
Dinosaur, you've learned in the past. You've learned in the past that when humans make that gesture and you put things in your mouth down, you get treats. What do you do?
Oh shit. Shit. I put him down fairly slowly.
All right.
I take
Can
I take the steak out of my bag that I had bought for this purpose and toss it up to him.
Okay.
No, 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 no.
Ready to action goes off. You can shoot for non-lethal damage.
20 plus 14 plus 14, and then plus, I don't know if there's anything else to
You
put
can only
there,
ready
huh?
one attack.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a double arrow.
I don't-
You'll only get that as a full round. You don't get that as a standard action.
Yeah,
You ready-
it's
you ready a
weird, but
standard
it's
action.
weird, but that's how it works.
Almost universally, anything that gives you a
20
extra
does
attack
hit, however.
doesn't. Okay.
16 damage.
He takes 16.
And I tell him to surrender, or you're gonna die. We're gonna keep you alive if you surrender. What do I have to roll? Intimidation?
You can roll intimidation. It's Flux's
And he's
turn.
still in. He's technically still in the T-Rex.
No, you let him go. That involves dropping the grapple.
No, I mean he's still in my threat range.
Yeah, he's still in
Yeah.
your threat range. The entire arena is in your threat range.
Which I thought it was. As soon as I saw that, I was like, "Oh my god!" Victory ever.
So Flux, what do you do?
Move action was throw the steak. Let's say standard to slumber.
You may slumber. He may make will save. Okay.
DC 20, right?
He
Yeah,
dies, or he loses.
Well, we won.
Wah, wah.
Let's ask the crowd what they want. Actually, I wanna spare them. I wanna spare them anyway.
Yeah.
I think enough death for today.
But take their gear. We'll spare them, but take their gear.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I'll give you.
Oh, they can join us. I don't know. Can we like learn more about them if they're like notable characters that they can join? If they're just generic, we don't need them. It's your call, puppy.
You're not going to be able to get them to join the Silver Ravens.
Okay. Because you said there's like some stuff like worth sparing. But did you just mean the T-Rex?
I don't necessarily know. Anyways, so for
We
the
have-
dwarf, he had a potion of cure moderate wounds.
Okay.
And several scrolls. A scroll of clairaudience / clairvoyance. A scroll of solid fog.
Okay, just give me a second. Scroll. Solid. Okay.
A scroll of stinking cloud.
Okay.
And a scroll of stone shape.
Okay.
He also had a battle axe, an amulet of
The
natural.
dwarf?
Yeah, the dwarf had a battle axe.
Just mundane, no masterwork.
Not even masterwork now.
Okay.
Um,
An amulet of natural armor, how much?
Amulet of Natural Armor +1.
Uh,
Ring of Protection +1. A Headband of Vast Intelligence +2.
nice.
It would be necessarily in one of the skills he has ranks in. His spell book.
We don't have wizards, right?
No, and spellbooks aren't really good loot ever.
And 665 GP.
What brings money on him?
I don't know.
By the way, what was the reward for winning the other arena?
We had 1,000 GP each.
Yeah, that's actually betting on ourselves. But winning
Yeah.
it, how much? Another 1,000?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. And how much for this one? Just the same?
Yeah. And you
Okay,
could have
so
you two could have each bet on yourselves. The T-Rex
the
cannot
same
bet.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
The warrior guy had potions of heroism and cure moderate wounds. Studded leather, a +1 short sword, 10 darts, a net, a masterwork light mace.
Didn't he have a trident?
So he was running the actual.
He did have a
gladiator
Yeah, that's the next
stuff.
thing. A trident. A belt of giant strength +2.
Nice.
A ring of protection +1. Antitoxin. 240 GP.
Man,
Okay.
you got extra fucking money for that shit. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Got.
Okay, I got all that in. Some of it will cleaned up a little bit, but it's all there.
If we want to call it here, unless y'all are gonna do the finals.
Well, yeah, there's plenty of time.
Okay, I didn't know. I didn't know if like y'all were gonna do. Because I mean, I feel like the finals are gonna be fucking like piss easy.
They're the finals. They should be harder, if anything.
It should be hard, but there's no accounting for T-Rex.
But there's no accounting for
3 T-Rexes.
3 T-Rexes versus T-Rex. That would fucking be scary as fuck.
So next match.
I'll move you guys over, and then I'll actually call a break.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I buy some more potions of cats?
How long is the break? Curiosity.
I'll say 10 minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes. I'll be back in 10 minutes.
I'll be right back.
Everyone heals 26.
Well, I thought I'd be able to get this done in time, but doing it as fast as possible.
Well, building level 9 is tough. I remember like there was another. It wasn't spring attack. I remember you mentioned something back when you were building. I can't remember what was the thing.
This one's a heavy armor reach weapon.
Reach weapon. Okay.
You know what? It probably shouldn't weapon reasons.
Let me look it up. I remember you mentioned what you want. I'm not saying you have to stick to. I was just curious.
No, I'm basically building the same thing, just different style. Because it's an intimidate build.
You said Vital Strike was the build for the other build.
Yes. That is what it was.
I had that as soon as you mentioned like your brother, like we talked about that at some point.
Yep.
Like that was 4 months ago, but I had to search through Discord. Came up. Yeah, Vital Strike. That can be fun. Do I get enlarged person? I can pick it up if I need to with an ability, but I don't get it naturally.
Save myself some shit around.
Yeah, like enlarged person, impact, and vital strike are fun together.
Yep. Okay. What is this feat? That hello.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, cool.
So I was dealing with my group.
Fun.
Yep. I have a game that I'm starting on Saturday nights.
So Flux, can you hear us?
Okay.
I can hear you. Yep.
You're putting the
guys-
T-Rex in an even smaller arena. What the fuck?
That's not even smaller. That's just half the size, so it won't see the other side. This is just half the arena. 1 second, AFK.
Fucking brain needs to work.
What's the problem?
I'm trying to. I needed to look something up. Remember what it was.
Hmm.
Hello?
Hi.
Oh.
I'm not that character. Improved is at 11.
Okay. Blue. +7. Okay. Go ahead and give me your initiative rolls.
What?
Back. I have a bad feeling about this.
So how the T-Rex and Ratchet, how are you looking on HP?
I'm at 46 out of 66, so I need 20 more.
Okay, I'll do one more channel. Okay, that should get everyone up to close enough. Oh, did you see my previous channel?
No, I did not.
Oh,
26?
Yeah, 26 was the previous one. Sorry.
Okay, so if you don't need that,
yeah, I'll just do a cure light then. Does 26 get the T-Rex up?
I don't think the T-Rex has any damage on.
We have the
Yes,
area.
from the-
We have
yeah.
the area of effect.
All of
Yeah,
you
he did.
took a little damage, at least some damage from the fireball.
We all did like 20 damage. Yeah, so we're all back.
Yeah,
Or is it for you, Flux?
Yeah,
Except for you, Flux.
I took more, so I'll just do a cure light. Yeah, that does enough to get me almost up to full. Like just shy.
Flux,
you know,
let's stand behind the T-Rex. Okay, we have a tank. We have a tank. Let him tank.
You want the T-Rex with no armor to tank? What the fuck? What's wrong with you?
Oh yeah, like 21 armor. That's almost as much as me. It's like 1 point behind me.
That's
If I
1 point ahead of me.
Like if I didn't have my potion of cat's grace on, I would be all the same.
I can't stand behind the T-Rex. Don't stand behind the T-Rex. That's a bad idea.
That's like the best idea there is. That's like one of the best ideas I've ever fucking heard.
Finally rolled nice on initiative.
Oh, should we roll initiative?
We have the thing. Just make sure to delete your old score before set it to 0 before you roll. If we're doing the
Oh no, don't worry.
stuff.
Yeah, I'm not doing the macro. +9.
Okay.
Drinking another cat's grace. That's the last one.
21
0
on the fucking T-Rex.
We are decently initiative. I get to go first for once? Oh no, I go second.
They have a 25.
I was gonna say, like, damn, I don't know what their init mod was, and they have a 5 mod. Looks like, so they go, the ones that tie with me go first.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies,
that's coming in just a second.
Bystanders.
So
Okay,
this
well,
is the.
I have one last death blade. Here's a ghost slash roll D20. I have a death blade arrow.
Okay.
And one scorpion arrow.
Okay.
Okay.
Everyone, welcome to the final match, the championship round. Crowd cheers.
Yeah!
Here we stand. To my left, the newcomers who have triumphed over all they have so far faced. By definition, I guess. The Silver Smashers!
I shed a tear because the smasher is not here anymore.
To my right, among the greatest gladiators ever to grace the arenas, they who come from the maelstrom, the bringers of disharmony, the lords of chaos, the warp waves! The crowd cheers much louder.
Wait, when you say warp waves, are we talking like fucking plague brains and shit? Because that'd be fucking awesome. I
Talking what?
Plague brains.
Plague brains?
Corn berserkers. Fucking Noise breed.
Okay, I don't know any of the words you're using right now. These are...
Too complicated for him.
Play 40k. Do scrub.
These guys have an ability, all have an ability in common called a warp wave.
What do I have to roll to know about them?
Planes.
I have that.
You can roll on your turn.
Yeah, sure. No, actually, as he's introducing us. Because I can actually see them from
You
here.
know what? I will let you roll. Yeah, that's a good point.
It's only a +2, so don't worry about it.
Ah. Okay.
So, you recognize all of these as proteans.
But that's it.
Damn. All right.
Weaknesses, powers, special abilities.
They have
nothing.
spell resistance, they're immune to acid, they're chaotic neutral outsiders, so your Smite Chaos ability applies to them, and gives you the special stuff against them.
I guess outside that evil, okay.
No, they're not evil.
Other character,
Your Smite... as a Hell Knight, you have at least one use per day of the ability Smite Chaos. That applies to these guys. When they... So the little guys I say they're little. The front guys, you recognize as Ordivar Proteans. When they're killed, they afflict some of the things near them with a warp wave. The warp wave can kind of do whatever. It has 10 different things it can do. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. In fact, exactly half of them are good, and exactly half of them are bad.
It's gonna be a D10.
It's a D. Yeah, I roll a D10. And then you don't know exactly what the bigger creature is. You do know though that a lot of larger proteans have a more powerful than that version of the warp wave, which is the normal warp wave, and it has 20 different effects that it can have, and of them, only 5 are good. No, wait. Only one of them is good.
Okay.
So they're mostly bad. You don't recognize precisely what this creature is, but you know proteans tend to have DR lawful. They tend to have spell resistance. These guys, yeah, that's enough information. And these guys also have sneak attack. So...
Do they have any invisibility or stuff?
I don't see any, no.
So the sneak attack is useless.
No, they can flank you, and they can do it on the first round.
Yeah, sure.
Anything about mind affecting or sleep?
Other than their spell resistance, no.
Good to know.
So, the battle
Commence.
This one goes first.
Watch it grapple me. First round. I'm dead. We're all dead. Actually, the 3x can probably hand that up.
You hear this guy, as they're sort of prepping for the match, the same time that knowledge check is made, you hear this guy say to them, and they kind of have a conversation in Protean. Protean is impossible to understand, because it changes too fast for anyone to learn it. So this guy see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he can charge straight for you, and you detect as lawful, so he doesn't like you.
Don't. Not lawful.
What's his reach?
It's 10 foot. He can do this. Our T-Rex has nothing to say about it because he's flat-footed. We are...
What is flat-footed exactly?
It means you haven't acted yet.
Or you got
normally...
caught off guard or some other thing.
How are we caught off guard? Like, sure, I guess.
You can act in combat, you're considered flat-footed.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, from a mechanical point, I understand, but, like, I'm not surprised.
Right, like if your attacker is invisible or attacking from concealment, you can be flat-footed. Basically means you're denied your dex and some other thing, and you can't take attacks out of trinity. Yeah,
So,
that's the two main things.
he is using his... he's charging. He's gonna use his slam attack because, while he could grab you, the other... Actually, no, he wants to grab you because he can see that you're an archer.
Of course.
16 hit your flat foot.
Wait a sec. Yeah, it does.
Okay. So he does 12 points of damage to you. And he gets a free grab.
Does he roll for the grab or what?
Yes, he does need to roll for that.
CMB against my CMB.
Oh, Marco!
Right?
We have a Marco!
Yeah, we know. Is that against my CMD or against what?
That is against your CMD. Being flat foot, your CMD does not have your dexterity bonus.
So CMD. So is it FCMD? Flat-footed.
I believe
CMD?
so.
Okay, so it's 21. He doesn't hit.
He doesn't
grab
win.
me.
Okay, so he hits you but doesn't grapple you.
Yep.
This guy here, is too smart, is he too smart to charge the T-Rex? No. He is too smart to try to grapple the T-Rex. 22 hits.
Oh, just barely.
For 5. This guy is gonna... Hold on. Yeah, that's a charge. He's now flanking. $15, does that hit the T-Rex's flat foot? Attack? Okay. Flux.
Okay. I want to summon. I want to be able to summon something, but I'm gonna get beat if I try that. So I'll try to slumber the one closest to me.
Okay.
DC 20.
Does spell resistance apply?
Nope.
It's a thing about this class. Does not make it. Slumber. God, that's such a cheesy.
I want to do other stuff, but it's always the best option in like 90% of the situation.
Yeah, because it's so good. It's amazing.
Okay.
I just love bad rolls.
What do we do? Dispel. Okay, so it has to be willing. Let's then try. Or heck, we're inflicty. We cannot. We're gonna charge T-Rex. This is. Do we have pounds? Nope. So this is. Yeah, we wanna use our warp wave, so we're gonna use our tail. 25 hits the T-Rex flatfoot.
Yep, it's 20. So yes.
.23 with sneak attack. And it gets a grab attempt, which would be hopeless, but this guy's kind of good at it, so 31. Probably not.
FCMD I think is the 39 or something. Let me check it. Offense, defense.
Okay,
Plus.
so he can, just didn't. T-Rex.
T-Rex.
Attack.
Attack.
Yeah, 1 second. Sorry, I'm running through stuff. Okay. So you said it's CMD? Against the first one attack was against the CMD, right? The attack that the dude did.
The first attack was against AC.
Just against Flatfoot. Against Flatfoot.
And that one was against CMD. Yeah, 39 is understated at all.
Okay,
Okay.
I
Now
have it here.
let us return the favor, you bastard.
Okay.
Bite it. You did. Do this. Okay, so to bite it. I'm gonna bite the dude that was attacking me with his tail. Fuck that dude. 30.
Okay, that hits.
Okay.
Double strength to mod to the damage though.
It's 46 plus 22.
38 damage.
And
That
I grab.
happens.
And I grab attempt. Grab attempt. Free grab.
Yeah, you get a grab.
CMB.
43?
Yeah, you guys are grappling each other. I believe
Oh, he
that's.
has it in his mouth.
I still
Not
think.
grappling each other.
I'm still gonna let him inflict his warp wave, but that will happen on his turn.
And just continue to bite this motherfucker.
5 foot step. Another 5 foot step. Swift action. Shoot this guy. Full attack.
Okay.
20 plus. It's 14 and then plus. He's not outsider evil, right? He's outsider neutral.
He's chaotic neutral.
Chaotic neutral. But he's outsider. Outsider what?
He's not evil. He does not
Okay.
qualify
Just a
under your
plus
favorite
14.
enemy.
Heads.
Yes.
Does it hit?
Yes. Yes.
8 plus 1d6 plus. How much? 11. So 40. 63.
Do we not have DR? We don't.
I'm not considered
I'm
lawful
checking.
yet.
No, I was checking. He doesn't. So that's 23, 19, 18.
1, that's a 40, 63, 63 plus 1,
18.
plus,
So the third one gets him. So I'll let you direct the next one against someone else.
okay, then this guy.
Okay.
Actually, can I hit this guy in his mouth? I have all the improved precise
yeah.
shot and all that.
Yeah.
Does that actually hit the 22?
He is grappled, so given the penalty, I think that would.
Okay, so 22, and the last damage is 18, so that's 18 damage.
All right, he does only take some of it.
Okay. So this guy is like disabled, unconscious.
Yeah.
Okay. So just to make sure.
This guy here. He is put in a sticky situation. Wait. Okay. He's going to cast a spell on himself and move upward.
As in fly?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Have fun. By the way, what this guy does, what happens with his warp thing?
Nothing, because he hasn't actually been. He's not considered to have actually been killed yet.
Yes! 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 We're gonna nullify all their warp bombs.
He's down. This guy is going to... Footstep here. He's going to... Except, wait a second, does freedom of movement stop you from being grappled?
Yes.
So,
Does it?
Okay.
It's one of the main reasons to have freedom of
Yeah,
movement.
that guy's not grappled then.
Well, does my attack still hit?
No.
It's actually 23.
Yeah, it
He's
doesn't.
in 30. It doesn't hit?
It doesn't, so...
Okay, so just remove whatever damage you took.
Yeah, I will. This guy
Good thing I reminded you.
is going to use... fuck it. He's going to go ahead and cast a spell defensively.
What is the spell exactly? Can somebody tell?
He loses. This guy is asleep. Flux.
Start summoning.
Okay.
Where do you want it to appear?
I want it to appear right. It'll be a large creature. Sorry, in that space.
It's gonna fall from the sky.
You don't have to select that before the spell completes.
He doesn't. Okay. Sorry then.
Okay, but yeah, that's they're flanking basically. Yeah, I think he's right. You point it when that's the last thing you do generally.
Oh, okay.
This guy.
So what does this guy do?
We're gonna go. Let's see.
Same thing for all 1 round plus spells, really. You know, you can start casting in large person and then choose your target on completion. For example.
Well, if he was not grappled, then his thing doesn't work, right?
Yeah, he's not if he's not grappling, he's not grappled. So he's gonna try again because he really wants to warp wave that dinosaur.
I'm not even flat-footed anymore, so. He needs a 30. He needs a 40 or a 39 actually.
He's
39.
not you.
Yeah, I know. He needs 39 to grapple the T-Rex.
Okay. That is.
Just that attack is not here. He'll be right back.
So, and he gets a full attack as well. So we'll bite first actually. That hits.
Yep.
9 points of damage. Let me check if power attack is in play. It's not. 2 claws. That hits.
21 meets.
That hits.
That hits.
This is combined. I'm rolling them both as a single entity. So 24.
24.
And
24 plus 9. And then he gets a grapple attempt.
he gets no. This next is his tail.
Oh, he also gets an attack with his tail. Okay.
He gets an attack with his tail. That one hits. He does. That, and he gets his grapple attempt.
41 damage to the T-Rex stuck, if you can hear us.
I see the HP going down, so he can.
Okay.
33.
Doesn't meet. He's 39.
I know. I know.
Yes.
Five
How
foot
did we
step
even get this? How did we even get a T-Rex?
back. No, actually, not 5 foot step back. Okay. We did not do the banquet without you, Marco. T-Rex. That is no.
I'm a motherfucking T-Rex.
It's your turn.
Yeah, I know he's rolling something. Does a 24 hit this guy?
No, it doesn't.
What is this the Nagaman?
Yes.
Or is this the Nagaman?
Ratchet,
Okay.
it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot this one.
Alright. Is there any ability of yours you want to activate before you fire at him?
Yep. Yeah, first of all, I'm gonna use my Deathblade Poison. DC 20
Okay,
Fortitude save. And my Smite Chaos.
Good boy.
Okay. So Smite Chaos is Charisma mod to attack rolls and Hell Knight level 2 damage. So Charisma mod is 2, that's a plus 2 to attack. Slash, is it on all my attacks, right?
All of them, yeah. And the first hit against him is double Hell Knight level to damage.
21 does not hit.
No it doesn't. So that's the poisoned arrow, but it's...
That's actually also the double arrow.
Oh, crit threat.
Nice! Crit confirm?
No.
God!
But you
I
still
hate
hit. Roll damage and add the 6 from your Hell Knight stuff.
8 plus 1, 6 plus 11 plus 6, which is 17. 27 slash roll the 20 plus 9 plus 6, which plus 2, which is gonna be 11. That's the last hit, doesn't hit.
No.
That's my turn.
Alright.
Ah, those rolls, man.
This guy is going to charge down at the T-Rex he provokes.
He's plus 22 to hit, so Jack, if you can hear us, roll it, or one of us, we can roll it for you.
It should only be 20.
Of course, come on.
So,
Classic.
$27 hits.
27 hits.
For 10 points of damage. That guy is still down. This guy is going to attack the T-Rex. That does not hit.
Does not hit.
That guy is still slumbered. Flux.
Alright, Griffin, who is actually huge-sized, up here. So these are all ground level?
Yeah, they're all ground level.
Okay, so mine appears right around.
Doesn't have to be ground level.
Right. I'm saying I'm
Just need to put it
20
in a,
25 feet up.
environment that can support.
Right. So 25 feet up, and then it charges. It has pounce. That's why I'm doing it this way. And attacks. So it'll charge, ending, covering like one square there, and then the two squares. Yeah, basically, yeah, that's close. One square down, basically. South. That's good. And then I'll roll the attacks. It's plus 12, plus 11, plus 11.
Can I shout heal the T-Rex?
No. No. Yes.
Finally got one. That'll be on the top guy.
Yeah.
Is Griffin's attack considered anything? Is he lawful? I don't know.
13 damage.
Not all of it seems to go through.
Okay, that's understandable. Damn, they're within 30. Wait, from there. Yeah, that works. Well, that guy is down from, I'm not sure what.
Yeah, he charged down on the T-Rex, so he's down.
I'll move. Yeah. I go there and channel. Yeah, I just allies, no foes, including the guy who's asleep, but I don't think he took damage.
Yeah. So how much do we heal? How much does the T-Rex heal?
Give me a second. 22.
22. T-Rex gets 22. Yay.
Okay. Well, our Protean starts to work on trying to reverse that. We begin with a bite attack. That's bite, it hits. Claw, everything hits. And tail. Everything hits, so we'll roll it all in one big bit. Here's
How much do we have to pay for armor for the T-Rex?
Like 4 times, I think. Or for that size, probably like
it's
8, 10 times.
You
Double
essentially
for a
can't.
natural, and then times 4 per size, I think it is. Or maybe times 2 per size.
So you take 42 damage.
Yes.
Do you even want to do that? Do you even want to do the grapple check?
Yeah, cause it's his fucking thing. He wants to do it.
Oh, also,
actually, yeah, go ahead.
Another 9 damage.
The T-Rex would heal 10
I know.
from lifelink. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I also.
He's just rolling crap. Like, he does have a chance to make that grapple check.
Mm-hmm.
T-Rex.
I'm a motherfucking T-Rex.
Yes. Okay.
It's
That hits. Roll damage.
Thank you, Marco.
Okay. Not all of it seems to go through. Ratchet.
I attacked this guy.
Okay.
Put on the attack. Slash.
Yes. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one thing. Or no, that is the right thing. He cannot be grappled. Freedom of movement.
Okay, I actually move over to here, 5-foot step, and I do all of my attacks. 15. First attack,
Yes.
second attack,
Yes.
Third attack.
Let me check. Yeah.
Oops. Plus 1d6. Does the point blank rain shot gives you +1 to damage as well?
Yes.
12 it is. First arrow, second arrow, third arrow, fourth arrow.
Okay. Alright.
By the way, just for the purposes, I do have cluster shot on that guy.
Okay. So the first one takes him down. The last one, I'd let you redirect it against another guy, though it wouldn't end up hitting.
What about this guy?
Yeah, that guy it would end up hitting, so sure, it'll take 21 non-lethal.
Yeah. 20 non-lethal. I love my bow. I give my bow a little kiss.
This guy here attacks the T-Rex.
Really?
He hits. 11 points of damage. All of the others are down in some capacity. Flux.
Okay, we'll start with the Griffin.
Okay.
On the top, okay. One again? The last one?
Cat, yeah.
12 damage.
Cool.
And Slumber middle guy.
Why aren't you slumbering the actual, like...
I'm assuming he's a bit bigger creature, so he has a better will save.
I guess it's true, but like, you know, Sorry I'm interrupting, by the way.
So now we can just focus on one. And I think the damage is being focused on him anyway, so I think it's a smarter move.
Okay. T-Rex is the recipient of a full attack. .32 hits. Claw misses. Claw hits. Tail hits. So... .30 points of damage.
Oh, and the T-Rex would have healed 5 that last turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
Grappled.
Oh my god, finally. Wait. How is it plus 25
His big old
this
tail.
time? No, how is it plus 25 this time? It was like not that
It's
much.
been that much this whole time.
Weird. That's... Oh yeah, okay.
Wait a second. Okay. It can also, yeah, it can inflict a warp wave as a swift action, and it's going to.
Finally. At
It's
least
been
the GM gets to do something.
Healing, as time has passed, by the way. And so, it and the T-Rex need to make a fortitude save. It wins.
Fortitude on the T-Rex.
Yes, it should be plus 15.
Yeah, it should be possible. Attack, are you gonna roll it?
Okay. It's good. T-Rex, you are grappled. Alright, standard action.
Bite, of course.
Well, Ratchet.
Full on attack. You told me that's. Is this creature outsider evil by any chance?
Nothing in this arena is an evil outsider.
So plus 15. First attack, second attack, third attack.
Is that taking into account your Smite Chaos?
I only have once a day, right? So no.
It continues until the creature is dead.
Oh, okay then. Yeah, so that's 17 becomes a 19, so it still doesn't hit. The 24 becomes a 26.
So 2 hits. Your first one and your last one.
Do the arrows of the money shots both get the double smite?
No, that only happened once.
Oh,
but
like
you get
just one. The
so
first
each
arrow
of your
that ever hit.
each of your arrows gets the +3 bonus from Smite Chaos.
Ah, okay. So 11, 14. That's first 2 arrow, and this is the last arrow. And I have clustered shot, so no
Okay.
no DR.
So well, not no DR, but less DR.
Yeah,
6.
yeah, less DR.
48.
So that combined is 20, 60, 68.
You win.
Yes! Yay! High five, Flux.
You did by far the more than me on this one, but I'll take
No,
a high five.
you slept 2 guys, and I slept, and I.
That's
took out
true.
2 guys.
So yeah, and the T-Rex definitely did a good tanky and
It did some damage to the big bad.
definitely.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cluster shot though is one of the best. Anything with DR, cluster shot is like amazingly good.
Ah, so good. Okay. What is the standing of Hell Knights on Chaos? Should they like be killed? What is it? 'Cause I don't know.
I mean, insofar as your character despises chaos, he would tend to want to kill them, but there might be individual variation there, and it might be that your friends feel differently.
Is it just like I'm just trying to actually know, would I like want to kill them? I'd be like, they're better off dead, or would
That's
I like
not something
would I actively try to kill them?
You tell us.
So, yeah, you tell us. It's not.
I'm actually I'm lawful neutral, so I don't really. I think I don't care as long as they. I say that for them to like never fight again. That's the thing I want to happen. I don't know if you guys want to kill them, of course. If you guys want to kill them, yeah, sure. Or if you want us to ask.
Anyone who survived the battle should be allowed to live.
This is behind closed doors, so we can kill them if you want to.
The last time you did that, it dropped to.
I felt I did feel remorse in retrospect, so I will, that will
enough killing for today.
Yes, it did seem like overkill, and I felt ashamed by the blood on my hands, so I will definitely forgo the killing this time.
Yeah, me too. I say spare them.
I dismissed the Griffin, and if like by the rules of combat, if we bring them up, will they continue fighting?
There's infrastructure to deal with that. Yeah, if you spare them,
so,
they're
yeah.
they're
in the case of intelligent, yeah.
If they're all incapacitated at the same time, you've won.
Okay.
Yeah, well, they're all incapacitated.
So for intelligent creatures, if it's better just to let the healers take care of it, that's fine. Otherwise, I would channel to bring them back up.
Okay.
But yeah, if we think they're going to continue attacking us, absolutely, I won't do that.
Right. Yeah. No, you
I
don't.
asked for them to offer us something for their lives.
We take all their gear, of course, if they have anything.
They didn't have any gear. But like anything valuable, maybe like gems from their home planet.
Well, that would be valuable, but no.
Okay.
Well, actually, here, let me check.
Should I roll like an intimidated diplomacy? I don't know.
The Ementish does not have any gear. The others, I think, have mundane, non-magical weaponry.
Okay. That's fine.
Nope, they straight up don't have any gear. Yeah, their weaponry is built into
I
them.
meant like anything like valuable, like gems or
No.
jewelry. 'Cause, like-
You do, however, win the prize. So you win again. You can get 2,000 for each of you betting on yourselves.
That's a plus 2,000. Is that a plus 1,000?
1,000 each.
Okay.
No, not a each. Yeah, 1,000 each. I'm right. Yeah.
Okay.
And
And
the
what's
prize
the actual prize?
for winning the tournament, I'm going to go ahead and say 15,000 total.
Awesome.
15,000. Yay! Put that
That's
in
good
the
numbers.
Party.
Yep, definitely. That is quite nice.
Yeah, that is very nice.
So
Thank
let's
you,
do the damn
thank you,
banquet.
Puppy, for actually giving me.
Yeah.
Like I actually just made that as a like on a whim. Like maybe we can fight the arenas. But thank you for actually giving this to us. That was very awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really enjoyable.
Yeah.
Even though you died.
I mean,
It
that's
was
okay.
related.
I had low health. What happened?
Go ahead.
So the new guy comes in whenever. Light, lower health, different hammer, different bigger hammer.
Do you have do you have an image for him?
I don't yet use the same one. I haven't even yet.
Okay.
While you guys do something, can I go to a blacksmith and order some chain shirt armor for my what do you call it, T-Rex? It's gonna be 16x the price, which is 100. That's 1,600, right?
You'll need
That's-
to
that's
find
a-
someone capable
that's
of
a plus-
crafting it. Not
You-
to mention the
you
time
want-
required.
It does
Yeah,
not
Mas-
proficient in the armor though, so you have to pick something without an armor check penalty.
That too.
Yeah, because there's so much stuff that a T-Rex can do that it requires an armor check penalty. He's gonna climb and do acrobatics.
It might
and stuff.
be honestly,
Well,
Here's
you
the
take
thing.
it to attacks.
and here's the thing, like it might be just as well for you to get it a ring of protection. Because it would be proficient. It doesn't need to be proficient with that. It could potentially wear it like it's the same size because it has little T-Rex arms.
Oh yeah, let's give it a.
Well, the real question in that case would be why not both? But
But
finding a smith capable of making T-Rex armor.
Well, actually, the armor check
Like
penalty,
this
because this is gonna be light armor. So the armor
Right.
check penalty is -2 only.
right, but that's -2 to attack, so that's not great.
It's -2 to attack. Can I special material? How
Oh
much
yeah,
would that
you,
be?
you, a mithril chain shirt of that size, would that be 16 times as well?
Yeah, definitely. You
Yeah,
gotta
so-
actually put.
So
But the
that's-
mithril is like 1,000.
Yeah, so it's 16,000 for the armor then.
No, there's something less priceful than the mithril, I think.
But
Yeah, but Mithril's the best.
Nothing else that reduces ACP like so.
By the way, how much does Mithril reduce?
But
Actu-
3.
Actually, I'll just make it a masterwork for 150.
that's still one nice one to attack, so if you want to do it that way, that's...
Yeah, -1 to attack, so it's not that bad, but it's +4 to AC.
I would say just do masterwork, studded leather then, that's +3 to AC for
Oh yeah,
no
yeah,
armor
okay.
check.
Yeah, okay. So that's
If you
25
want to
by
wear
6.
stuff without proficiency, ACP should be 0.
Right, that's why I said leather masterwork would be 0. And that's kind of cool though. It's a T-Rex covered in leather, studded leather, like a leather jacket, you know.
That's gonna be 400 GP for it. Let's go.
All right, so banquet time. It's just
Oh yeah,
li-
yeah. Sorry.
It's just barely early enough that I'm willing to start this. Is there anyone who can't be here till 5?
When is 5?
Define 5.
5 is in an hour and a
90
half.
minutes.
Sure.
5 is in an hour. I can keep going for like 5 hours. No.
Okay.
Well, that's nice.
This is great for you.
I got about
Blood.
2 hours,
Young
maybe
blood.
2.5 tops.
So we go to the We go to the banquet. What do you guys all wear there?
The 100 GP worth of clothing. The fancy clothes we.
So let's get a tally of everyone who's attending the banquet. So Marco, Katerin, Flux, Ratchet, um, the
Mhm.
what's Flux? What's your cohort's name?
Zenray.
Okay. Marco, Katerin, Flux, Ratchet, Henry, and then Quincy. And what is the
The yet to be named half orc lurking the shadows with a cloak and a really large hammer.
I am the knight.
okay?
Is there
So,
a place where we can park our T-Rex at the banquet?
um,
I'll assume no.
I would.
there is a place in town for you to park your T-Rex, not at the banquet itself.
Okay. Can I like hire some very respectable people to actually watch it? As is in respectable as in like the finest establishment.
I don't think people need to watch it.
I don't know, man.
So,
Still.
each of so before you go, you need to make preparations. Have your gifts prepared. Make sure you know what they are and what they cost.
Nobody says the cost of their gift when they're giving them.
Yeah, but I
do
need
they?
to know it.
Ah, okay, yeah, sure.
She is a very high appraised skill.
Yes, it's extremely high. Um, so, um, I need to know what all of you are wearing to the banquet. So,
Fancy clothes.
uh,
That's worth 100.
okay. So clothing you purchased here is worth 100. Let me.
You guys are just dicks. Everybody's bringing 500 GP. Like making me look bad.
When it comes down to mine, I've reserved like 350 for the entirety of it.
Oh, nice. Why don't you type what you brought? The rest of us.
'Cause I'd
What are
have
you
to
doing?
think about that.
Ah.
So, of you guys, is anyone okay? Is anyone not dressed? Okay. So, 500 GP and impressive Vire dress and jewelry for both Marco and Kat.
Combined.
Right, yeah. So Ratchet said, Flux.
For me, 100. Zenray, 400 in clothes and jewelry.
Okay.
What is Zenray?
My cohort.
Oh, okay.
Quincy.
He typed it in.
Exquisite me. What is the limit and max for clothing? There is no max for clothing.
I would say I think 500 if that's too much for a gift. It also could be ostentatious for clothing and jewelry as well.
Yeah.
But
Okay. While Quincy is deciding, Leon.
Are we talking about how much things are or what they are?
Both.
Nah, just how much?
Oh shit.
No, both.
100 euro 50 item. It's
Okay. If you just
you
want to
know
give
what?
me the
They're
price.
brothers. It's a exotic spider venom.
No, not
'Cause
the
we-
gift. Not the gift yet. What are you wearing?
100 golden robes.
Okay. And Quincy, what are you wearing?
$400 on clothes, and he's gonna get a 100 worth of
You're
jewelry.
not.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said. So, I'm in the middle sometimes. So, yeah, that's what I said. 400 clothes, 100 on jewelry.
Shit, this jewelry. It's not even bad jewelry.
So, you all arrive at Cobweb Manor for the banquet. There are 9 guests besides your sort of procession, which includes all of you, your cohorts, Molly Mayapple, and of course Annie and Vindelfeck.
Cool.
What?
So what happens?
So you come in. There's a minute or two passes. The 9 other people. You're greeted at the door by a gigantic man who just sort of, if you flash your invitations, just sort of motions you in without saying anything.
Okay.
He leads
So
you
how
inside.
do we present our gifts? Do we like put them on a table, or should we like present them ourselves?
Several other people are just holding gifts. You could roll knowledge local to know the custom here. Several other people are just holding gifts. You don't know what's.
Wouldn't the bartender tell us?
Do you know what? Yeah, she would. If you ask that, she would say that gifts are normally accepted at the end.
The end of the party?
Yeah.
Ah.
During
Do we
the
have
dessert
to, like, keep them on us?
during the dessert course. Yeah, just put them under your seat or behind your seat or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. We already know the customs because of the bartender told us all about it for the deeds of their properties.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm actively trying
in her
not to interact.
Okay. Her mansion is covered in cobwebs. You see very large spiders crawling everywhere. They don't seem to be messing with anyone, including any of you. You were all
Bit macabre.
You were told by the bartender that you shouldn't wear armor. Are any of you wearing armor anyway?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Nobody. No.
No.
Okay, nobody's wearing armor.
Is Quincy going in as his vigilante or as his?
That's I assume social identity. So.
Social. Yeah. Good choice. You're going in as Bruce
The front
Wayne.
area. Yeah, sorry. The front area is also decorated with the front area is also decorated with some very, very naughty imagery. There's all kinds of naughtiness in the front. There's recurring.
Out of my head.
Recurring throughout that imagery is
Let me guess.
Is what looks like. Yes, but that's not what we're focusing. Not primarily.
Web of flies.
So there is a a specific image of a tiefling woman with let me get the description. Lulu. Of a tiefling woman with whose description I can't find, so fuck it. It's got to be here. Okay. So the point is, there's a specific tiefling woman, a recognizable one, who is depicted in these wars. It's basically porn of her, and she steps in, and all of the other guests, including Mayapple, stand up and clap. Okay.
Nice participation, guys. Damn.
Do any of you not stand up and clap?
Yeah, I stand up and clap. I literally stood up and clapped.
Aw.
Yeah.
Definitely participating.
Yeah, everyone, we all participate.
Okay. She speaks. A second. I'm in the wrong plane.
Would we know if that grandmother of Slayers be invited here? It's like a-
You would not automatically know that. No.
Can somebody like?
I mean,
draw
it would be-
knowledge lock or-
It would be. I mean, it would be a soap opera-ian coincidence if that happened, but
Yeah. Predictable there again.
I'll put it this way. I would not engineer a coincidence on that level. I won't if it's in there, it's in the module.
Ah, okay.
Everyone,
Sorry, by the
in
way.
fact, everyone there who's not in your procession is from the module.
Ah, okay.
Cool.
That's all I'll promise you.
Was the grandmother of Slayers not in the module?
You don't know what the module is.
Okay, sorry.
Your
then.
character
Okay,
takes.
I'll stay quiet. I'll stay quiet. Sorry.
She speaks. She moves with an unnerving grace, and all. So. Your host is a beautiful tiefling woman clad in a long flowing gown with a black spiderweb lace and elegant gloves. Her dark hair is held back in a net of cobwebs, revealing her pointed ears, little red horns, and the spiderweb tattoos on both sides of her neck. Her eyes are an unnatural crimson, and she moves with an unnerving grace. Greetings, new friends and old, to my home. I see some familiar faces and some delightfully unfamiliar ones as well. As it is always a pleasure to serve new tongues the delectable offerings of House Kaliki, and I trust you shall remember the meal to come for the rest of your lives. Tonight's banquet is brought to us by Master Chef Anatolintis Tsetas. Nailed it. All the way from Katapesh, and consists of 4 expertly prepared courses. I expect the conversation to be lively and thought-provoking as always. Lively and thought-provoking, and as always, I shall accept your gifts during the serving of dessert. Without further ado, let us begin! She leads you into the dining room. I'm going to reveal it here. It'll be sort of the top middle.
How many people are in attendance?
All of you and 18 total.
9 of them.
Or no, wait, 19. Wait, 20. Her, 9 people you've never seen before. Molly Mayapple, all of you and your cohorts, Annie and Vindelfeck.
Can we ask Molly as we're like walking along to introduce us to all of them? Like, just tell us who they are.
You can as you're walking there won't be much time, but you can pick one of them and say, sort of say, "Hi there, I'm X, who are you?"
No, like ask Mayapple, like tell us who they are. Like, you know how like in most movies, that's the ambassador of Russia. He's here with his ex-wife because they're not.
Before, by the time you're done asking your question, you're in the dining room. It's that short of a walk.
Ah, okay then.
So
if you guys,
yeah.
you guys want to ask someone?
You guys
Or
are
maybe
led
I'll
to
ask.
you guys are led to sit down.
Okay.
You see a skeleton here.
Well, I assume it's her husband.
Yes.
Classic. Are we not introduced to the our new half orc?
He sort of arrives at the last minute. He'll tell you his name and who he is and stuff.
We will get to that.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I got you.
In the meantime, then we're not going to hold up. So there are 3 more people who need to sit down.
Guys. What the hell? Damn. Really? Here you go. You can sit next to your cohort, Lux.
Okay.
Sup, Quincy?
Please.
Sorry, I was wait.
Flux, just sit down. Is Kevin AFK?
I was for a bit, yeah.
We're picking seats.
Where's my token there?
Yeah, your token is there. Top.
Yeah,
top,
you're
top
you're
mid.
under the bird.
So,
Gotcha.
and I don't want to be too in front of the GM screen with this. All I'll tell you is that I'm tracking how well you're doing. I'll say that much aloud to you. I'm tracking both how well the party is doing, which is what will determine if you're able to secure an alliance, and I'm tracking how well each of you is doing, which is what will determine something else.
Cool.
You want to do as well as possible, both as a group and individually.
Interesting.
So,
Just for the sake, is this like subjective or is this role based or?
we'll see that as time goes on. There's a number of things. It's mostly based on actual rolls.
Okay, good.
It's objective whether or not you're doing well.
Okay.
So, the lot of you are invited in. She sits everyone down. And pretty much as soon as you sit down, the first course is brought out. The servants bringing out the courses are they're basically covered head to toe in fabric. They're in masks. There's nothing of them is showing. Masks, they're like white masks, white gloves, white cloaks. And they set food in front of you. Now, here's part of how each course works. You can choose to each course. Molly would tell you this much, that each course has some special etiquette associated with how to eat it correctly.
Shit.
You can roll a knowledge, local, or geography check at the beginning of the round to know what the etiquette is to eat the course. If you succeed, you're doing well. If you fail, you're doing anti-well. If you wait to see how other people eat it, then you're doing neutrally.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Knowledge local. Yep. Bright as always. So let's keep going.
She sits you all down. Meal is placed in front of you. If any of you, I'm going to go ahead and get the knowledge checks from you.
Okay.
Anyone who wants to.
I'm gonna wait and look at the skeleton. How the skeleton eats it.
Quincy knows. Okay. All right.
Let's see.
Does anyone else make? You don't need to make the check. If you're bad at it, you probably shouldn't.
That's geography.
Okay. So is that everyone who's making it?
I'm not making it. I'm waiting for to see how
Okay.
the skeleton eats it.
Okay. The skeleton, even though food is placed in front of him, the skeleton doesn't eat anything. That said,
I guess I don't eat anything then.
That said, so okay. Quincy, Marco. Okay. So Quincy and Marco, you do know off the top of your head, precisely how to eat this course, which is quick soup.
Okay.
Give me a guess how to eat it.
Flux, Katerin, and Leon all do not.
Yep.
And their not knowing kind of causes a faux pas at the table. So they go to eat it, and they do it wrong. In this case, they, so Katerin just takes the quick soup and puts it in her mouth. Once other people start eating it correctly, she sees, and so she'll start doing it the right way, but the moment is lost. Now, as you do this, Molly sort of hushedly, just as the Queen of Delights is sitting down, and before she can notice, Molly in a hushed voice says, "Not like that!" And that causes you to wait, and so this first time you guys don't lose them. And so you guys are able to not fuck it up this time. But as the Queen of Delight sits down and looks at you, you feel like Molly won't be able to do that again.
So we had one save.
I'm not rolling for the rest after that experience. So I rolled a 16.
Molly gives you a single grace. But
Alright.
that happened immediately.
Oh,
So those of you who
pretty hard checks. Is
Yeah.
what you were saying.
those of you who were successful, the correct way to eat quick soup is as follows. Each guest is given a tureen of heady, boiling hot soup, sitting atop a nest of 5 short candles, a smaller bowl in which swim 5 live minnows, and a set of utensils that include a 2-tinned fork and a sharp, slender knife, and a spoon-like sieve. The proper way to eat this meal is to scoop a fish out of the bowl, drop it into the boiling soup, spear it with the fork, and then cut the flesh of the freshly poached minnow away from the knife. Once the fish have... Next page, hold on.
So it's cook your own food at the restaurant.
Once the fish have been consumed, the candles are extinguished and the soup is allowed to cool. The regular spoon is then used to sip the broth and eat the vegetables within the soup. Properly eating quick soup involves a sleight of hand or a dexterity check, and it will determine how many minnows you successfully eat. As you guys are making those checks, Mantasy sits down, and she begins conversing. She says, "I'm very sorry about how this banquet has been delayed. Chaotic, strange events have been going on everywhere. I was delayed by business in Belksen, but Cheliax itself seems to be having trouble keeping itself together. If a ragtag group of rebels can cause so much chaos, can one really consider House Thrun to have ever been in control of Cheliax in the first place?"
As much as we all pay heed to House Throne, I think the time has come for a more independent North. The South is in open rebellion, and we don't want the same situation up here after all, with outright war raging. Perhaps we can come to a diplomatic agreement.
So, immediately, this guy here looks at you gruffly and declares, I'll have you know that the motherland is handling those pesky rebels just fine. Mighty Cheliax conquered most of the known world. It can certainly conquer them. To which the person in the cloak over there snarks, "Heh, conquered, then lost."
Even with a conquered land, you still have the cracks where anything can exist.
Well,
I don't
what?
know much about. Go ahead.
I didn't
Talk,
understand what
you gotta
Tak
talk
said.
better, man.
Did you not hear what I said?
I didn't understand it.
Okay, 1 second.
Alright. I'm looking at the fish spearing
He
skill.
said, oh shit.
Quincy,
he
is
said-
that a dexterity check?
Yeah, that was my dexterity check.
Okay.
He said,
You're able... I'm sorry.
Even in a conquered land, there are still cracks where the eyes of the government cannot see.
Okay. I understood you that time, but you're really quiet if you want to... Just FYI.
I have no clue why either.
Just increase his volume. I have it on 200%.
200. Holy shit!
Yeah, he's that quiet, man.
I've
Alright,
got
can
him
you
on
hear me?
75.
Yeah, any better?
That's better. It's not quite good, but it's better.
Keep in mind, puppy, you can
I
trim
have-
yourself. Just
I have
like
my output value all the way up.
play with the slider.
Yeah, it's all the way up.
Okay.
So, but yeah.
Are you done, Quincy?
Yeah, I guess I'm done.
Same
I don't
guy.
have much. God damn it, puppy. Let me talk, man.
Oh, sorry.
Let me talk. I don't even want to participate, dude.
Okay.
I don't have much eye for politics, but there's one thing that I hate in this world, and that is chaos. And what's happening right now is chaos. I say we should do whatever it takes just to bring law back into this region. And if that requires Hearthrune to step down, then be it.
All right.
Thrice damned as they are, I don't think you can expect any amount of abdication in the near future.
Of course.
On what the nobles decide.
Stability breeds lackadaisical contempt, in my opinion. A little bit of chaos can be good from time to time to have innovation and growth. The forest from time to time needs to be burned to grow even stronger than before.
The halfling in the lower right corner smiles and says, "I like you."
I will take advantage.
Unfortunately, in the hands of House Thune, there has been many those who have lost their path to the lawful ways and have become quite corrupt in their dealings.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do what I need to turn you up. 'Cause you're... Okay, how do I... Okay, there's volume.
Right click the name and there's a slider.
Okay. Okay, speak again, please.
You mean to say all again or just?
Okay, that's better. Yeah, go ahead and
Okay.
start over.
You said very true, but there are those who are within House Thune who have lost their more than retributive name, at least in the shadows, and have kind of lost all of their abilities to be, well, straightforward and lawful in most manners, breeding a lot of unnecessary darkness and corruption within the hierarchy of House Thune.
Okay, I think you need to graph that sentence.
Wrath?
Graph, yeah, it was like 9 clauses. It was like a series of words. I didn't understand you.
One second. Alright, can you understand me any better?
Yeah, I understood all of the words. I just didn't follow your sentence because it was so
But, okay.
funny.
Pretty much what he's saying is that house food is pretty much corrupt. That's
Okay.
pretty much the basis of what he said. He just said it in a super roundabout way.
Okay. Corrupt? I call that disciplined. It's this guy speaking again.
And what would you know about discipline? What does this guy look like exactly?
He's dressed like a noble.
Does he have a gut?
A little bit. Not as much as these two. You see, these three guys at the end of the table here, they really have guts.
And what exactly would you know about discipline then? You do not have to lead by force, back through bribery or such. You can lead through example. What has house food made an exemplar of?
I'll have you know, I am a fine member of Hinji's nobility. And I instill discipline for a living.
Fear of punishment is not discipline.
It's precisely discipline.
It seems that we have different opinions on what discipline is and what you would qualify as discipline.
Yes, it seems you have a very strange one indeed. And at this point, people are looking at him. Like, looking at him funny.
Yeah, as he says that fear is exactly the name of discipline. I spit a bit of my drink out, like, you know how I like laugh a bit. It comes out of my nose.
Okay. This woman just kind of whispers, "Well, I would never tolerate such ineptitude if I thought I had disciplined subordinates."
And which one is this? Which one's whispering this?
The old lady here.
She's whispering to who? To the...
I say she's whispering. She's just soft-spoken. You can all hear her.
Okay. True, but good training does not stop an indisciplined soldier. Training is what leads, what is the backbone of every disciplined army.
No, discipline is the backbone of every trained army.
But a well-trained army need only a light hand for discipline, as they know the correct way to act.
And why do they know that? Because they're disciplined. And
because they're trained. Because they're trained without discipline. Without harsh discipline, training is all a army needs.
So as he's arguing with you, he's getting really flustered, and he picks up one of his minnows and accidentally drops it next to his bowl, and it flops around for a while and then flops upward over the bowl and smacks him in the face.
Nice.
And Nancy over here just laughs almost hysterically at that.
Glad you're enjoying yourself, my lady.
So I'm gonna start collecting the results from your sleight of hand to dexterity checks. Marco
Actually, I think I have better sleight of hand.
Marco got a
I do have.
19. That means you successfully got 2 fish. Kattering got
That's my sleight of hand.
23. That indicates 3 fish. Let's see. Sleight of hand 24. That is 3 fish.
And how many fishes were already in?
5.
I got a 17, so I probably got 1.
Leon is
I
1
got a
fish.
13.
17 is 1. Zenray got no fish, and Flux got 1 fish. All right. So let me check the results of this. So, Zenray, because she got no fish, she basically, as she moved the fish over and she stabbed it with the knife like you're supposed to, she stabbed it too deep and fish guts got into her soup, and she had to eat fish gut soup.
That's
Nice.
not too bad. That's unfortunate.
So, let's see.
This is the true moment for purify food and water.
Yes,
If
Really
ever there
is.
was one.
these 2 minutes.
Well, she should have that.
Wouldn't that be really insulting if they passed the spellcraft?
Yes. In general, spellcasting at the dinner table is probably
Yeah.
ill-advised.
The worst would be prestidigitation to make it more flavorful.
All right. So, and yeah. Okay.
Son of a bitch.
So, I've tracked that mechanically. As we sort of go on, one of the guests who is a gnome is going to say, "I hear one of my old adventuring partners is one of the rebels. He's a paladin, of course. Risden's his name."
Tak, can you like stop the background noise a bit?
What now?
The background noise a little bit.
Yeah, some of it I can't stop because it's speaker stuff, but others I can stop. The fan is just, I don't really want to turn it down because I'm freaking hot. So,
I guess. Whatever.
For sure.
Can you repeat that, Poppy, then?
She said that one of her old adventuring parties, a paladin, is one of the rebels.
Would we know who that
Oh,
is?
interesting.
She gave the name Risden, so no, you don't recognize it.
Okay.
Can you tell us any gossip?
Well,
Oh,
is she gonna tell us?
well, lots. As you say that, someone's actually gonna interrupt, and one of the 3 heavier people over there says, "Well, I don't care for no rebels. What's going on in the Heartland has made it impossible to import any mead worth having." One of the others says, "Mead or anything else?" And as he says that, the next course is brought out.
okay, repeat repeat those 2 things that they said. Something about mead.
It's impossible to import mead. For that matter, anything else as well.
Yep.
Okay.
So, those of you, let's see. Flux spoke, his companion did not. Alright, so everyone who spoke, which is, I believe, Marco, Quincy, Flux, and Ratchet, give me a diplomacy check.
Diplomacy is plus.
Oh, what?
Plus.
Fuck you.
God
dude.
damn it! Why are you doing this to me? God damn it! 1 sec, guys. Sorry.
New orc token is on the field. I don't know if it'll
I saw it.
stay that one or not, but
27.
Alright, so... Let's see. Five. Alright. the next course is brought out. Give me, if you want to attempt a knowledge check.
Nope. Just
Yep.
gonna wait.
Nope.
Okay.
Roll that knowledge geography.
Got him.
Yes.
Okay.
Roll of some kind.
I don't have skills done for him, so I'm just... Well, they're done on the sheet, not on macros, so...
Okay. Marco is... Okay. Let me check the DC. Okay. Marco, you know precisely how to eat the next meal. Believe... Stupid. Okay. Profession cook is also a valid choice, but if any of you have it.
No, it's local.
Alright.
What the fuck?
Yes.
Okay. So, Quincy and, Leon... Quincy and Dash both don't know how to eat it. Marco and Ratchet both do.
Can I,
I didn't roll. That's a diplomacy. That's 27 diplomacy.
can I just like hesitate just because you know old age? And
You
stuff
could
like
have, now you can't.
Damn it.
But I hesitated. Always hesitate. Never be decisive.
Alright. Well, the dish consists of, the dish consists of what, Marco, you recognize as Gulten squash. It's a squash that is carved to look like a severed head. There's a little thing of bread next to it, and Quincy, you, as soon as it's put down, you start to eat it, and then you see everyone looking at you, and you realize you should put it down. Eating Gulten squash is a squash carved and braised in order to look like a boiled, bald, severed human head. The meal comes with a large, sharpened spoon and a small sauce pot containing a spicy red sauce. The proper way to eat the squash is to drench it in spicy sauce, and then use the razor-sharp spoon to scoop through the rind and spoon out the juicy, stringy flesh inside. The little loaf of bread is not to be eaten until the end of the course. Ingredients in the bread help to mitigate the spice. Eating Gulten squash without without making a fool of yourself or eating the bread early requires a fortitude save. As you guys sort of eat, the queen starts musing and says, Your comments on mead are amusing, but it does bring to mind another question. Rebellions are often such violent, bloody affairs. How do rebels justify the pain and death they often carry with them in opposing what is often the rightful government? The guy who made the comment about mead quickly says, I reject your premise.
Do tell then how to adjust the premise.
Mead is quite important.
Yeah, looking at that nice belly of yours, it's very important, right?
Alright.
Zenray speaks up. The simple pleasures of life are what make life worth living.
Simple pleasures, not full gallons of it.
I would suggest...
Can I eye him down? Like sleight of hand and intimidate? To see if
Don't intimidate.
God damn it!
Go
I
easy,
want. Okay, fine. Sorry.
I would suggest these rebels are less violent and taking far better tactics to secure the people than normal.
Does he not
Yes.
react to the belly?
The notion
No,
that
I'm-
rebellions
I'm-
alone are bloody.
I'm assuming you
is-
didn't say
is a
that.
false-
I actually did say that.
Okay. Yeah, he does seem offended.
Okay.
The notion
does he
that
say anything
rebellions
back?
alone are bloody affair is simply false.
Quincy would.
No rebellion
would-
here in the north, and yet the leadership of our so-called mayor in Kintargo has caused many an ill fate. In fact, he attacks the populace in regular.
I
No
did
rebellion,
hear.
what are you
Um,
talking about?
dogs-
Quincy would speak up and say, "Who wishes to fight must first count the cost. The cost of the lives of anyone that they serve under them, or those above him. They must count the cost of what it will take to bring either a better future or a worse future. I believe the rebels think that they are bringing a better future from a corrupt government who cares not for the lives of those under them, or those who wish to express themselves through arts and other such noble endeavors."
The halfling says, I have to side with the rebels here as well. Pain and death are part of growth. A forest with no pain or death would have no ecosystem, no predators and prey. It may as well be a mere painting. One of the others immediately says, that's just an awful way to think.
Does this look like the forest to you? Because this looks like civilization to me.
Behind the thin veil of civilization, the true nature of the forest lies within us all.
They lay dormant, and they should stay so.
Everything is to be taken at the viewer's perspective, because the only one who will truly know what the art means is the artist. Everyone else must take the art as a different interpretation to them.
I fail to see the similarities between art and the lives of other people. But I guess
I don't.
each of us has their own opinion. And I respect that.
Well, the opera house has been closed for a while in Kintargo, Cat says.
Yes, we have been starved of art in the area.
Oh yes, it has been a tragic closure.
Will you be coming to the Roby Masquerade, my lady? And I asked, what's her name?
Okay.
The spider lady.
Kaliki.
Maliki.
I don't know what you refer to. Most
Oh.
likely not. She...
What a shame.
Hmm.
It would have been so much fun having you there. I'm sure.
Thank you. The gnome, turns to Anka, who is the one who objected and said that had been an awful way to think. Said, you know, I kind of have to side with these guys, Anka. I think a lot of goblins would say it hurt when I took him out. Sometimes pain is necessary. Yes, but not the pain of innocence. There should always be a way to make the world a better place without hurting anyone innocent.
That is a lofty ideal to aspire to, but obviously unrealistic. And
I'm going to go ahead. Sorry, continue.
that's pretty much it.
Okay. Quincy is going to kind of not like to give her a glare, but kind of look toward her in a fairly, in a fairly stern manner and say, there is no such thing as innocence. There are only degrees of guilt.
Indeed. How are those Doritos, by the way, Kevin?
What was that?
The Doritos.
That's creepy that you knew that.
Well, we can hear you.
There
I'm
is a light crunch, but it's not
This
terrible.
girl,
Yeah, I know.
the old woman
Sorry.
simply says, "Yes." Roll sense motive, by the way. Okay. Okay.
Not bad.
So Quincy and Marco. Okay. Quincy, Marco, and Humam all noticed that she's kind of been watching you guys carefully.
Who? The old lady?
Yeah.
Yeah, the old lady. Can we recognize her by any chance?
I will give you an intelligence check to recognize her. No one else, because your age and elfness is why.
My intelligence is 0.
So roll
just a roll of
1d20.
20.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, put out some feel. Put out some feel. God damn it.
Nah, you know she does look strangely familiar, but you don't recognize her.
You can't do it. You can't do it.
Yeah. Only people who have seen her can, and he's the only one who conceivably might have. Most of you have never seen her before.
Do we actively notice that?
You do notice, yeah, you notice her kind of paying attention to you guys. As you do, Anka, which is, I believe, this one. I simply cannot believe you all. Well, to harm innocence is to make the world a worse place, not a better one.
There are no innocents, my lady.
Really?
Yes, truly.
Suddenly a different tune to last week.
Yeah.
The halfling agrees.
What about you, my lady? We haven't been formally introduced. What are your thoughts on the matter? I am Ratchet Venator, by the way. I don't know if you've heard of me. I'm a servant of the people, I guess you could say.
My name is Sutsia.
But I have to also know who that is.
You did this a second ago.
What languages do you speak?
No, this time. Languages, let's see. Common, Elvish, Infernal, Gnome, or...
Alright. It sounds like a Tian name, but that's all you know.
It sounds like what?
A Tian name. Tian.
I don't know what that is. Okay. Sure.
Pathfinder China.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Galarian China, more accurately.
Now, what are your thoughts on the matter?
She gestures to the halfling and simply says, "They are hers. For anything to advance, the weak within it must perish." And then
who decides the weak?
the halfling says, "No one needs to. That's the beautiful thing about it. Natural selection takes care of its own affairs. Those who need to die, do." Anka is so enraged by this that she turns and moves to punch the halfling, to which the hostess smiles and says, "My goodness, it seems we have a rebellion brewing at this very table." That kinda shuts her down.
Let me say this. In wilderness itself, the weak can overcome the strong, and the strong can fall prey to the weak. It depends on how clever the strong are and how clever the weak are.
It's clever. The guy who got all flustered last time responds, "Cleverness is simply a form of strength."
Yes, indeed.
As long as we don't judge a fish's strength by its ability to climb, then weakness is a perspective.
When the food is only on the far side of the tree, only the ones who can climb can get the food, don't you think?
Natural selection seems a bit too much of a brute force in some circumstance. Often we need to cultivate and grow what we need to survive, not just let the forces of nature do what they will.
This guy
It's
here,
far more complex than it. Oh yeah, go ahead, sorry.
this guy here turns to you and says, "Zolshak Zabrini agrees. Zolshak Zabrini has never seen a war end except by making peace, and Zolshak Zabrini does not want to see any war end the other way."
Well, I agree with Zoshak Caprini.
Well said.
Very well said.
Okay, I'm gonna get I'm gonna get the results of your saves. Let's see. Flux is the 17. Your save.
That was a knowledge, I think. That was sense motive. That was
sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go around you guys and get the results of your saves so that you guys can scroll up instead of me.
yeah, I got him.
So
It's
Marco.
9.
All right. So you not only do you cave and eat the bread halfway through, and indeed you find your mouth. It's actually kind of swollen by the spiciness of the sauce. And so when trying to speak, you look kind of silly now. And so you're going to take a -4 on all bluff, diplomacy, and intimidate checks for the remainder of the banquet.
Okay.
what was the save for? Fortitude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god.
Hold on.
Oh.
Wait. Katerin. How did she do?
Same.
Also 9. Also
Okay,
9.
yeah, same way then. Ratchet.
13. Actually, it's 13.
Alright, you don't quite eat it properly, but you don't eat it so badly that you completely bungle everything. Flux.
Okay.
19.
Okay, you're able to eat it.
And
Zenray.
10 for Zenray.
Let me double check. Bye. Yeah, her mouth gets all swollen.
Oh, okay.
She has to be quiet anyway.
Quincy.
6.
Swollen
6.
mouth.
As if
And
your rolls weren't bad enough today.
Dash.
16.
Nice.
You are victorious.
Was there a positive condition, or is it just neutral or negative?
Those of you who won did well. Those of you who failed by a little bit did neutrally. Those of you who failed by a lot did poorly.
Okay.
What's the DC?
It was. I'm not going to say that.
Okay.
Oh.
Now, I believe all of you spoke.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get. I think all of you. It should have been diplomacy. So I'm going to go around the table and get them. Marco.
Okay.
And remember your penalties if you have them.
Is there a penalty for negative diplomacy, bad diplomacy?
Yes,
Well,
and the
there's
way
wrongness.
you avoid making the check is by not speaking. So Katerin gets one. Ratchet, you feel like you would have succeeded, but people are kind of looking at you funny after some of the things you said. So it's gonna kind of make the difference there.
What's
Zenray,
the penalty?
It's -4. Hold on. Zenray gets 1. Flux.
Yeah, 31 for me, and then the 23, it was including the -4.
Okay.
So Zenray doesn't make it.
Quincy, make
She doesn't
a-
even speak.
Quincy.
She spoke.
29.
All right. And dash.
17.
Okay.
Did only 2 of us? No, actually 3 of us made it.
How do you have a plus 22? Is my question here.
He's a bard, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
about it.
Mark, never mind.
I have 9 ranks. I have a +7 charisma, and I have a +3 headband. Or
Okay. I have a plus
Called.
4 in charisma. I have a plus 4 in charisma and 9 ranks in diplomacy.
Diplomacy.
Yeah. That penalty kind of fucking me.
circlet is what it's called.
Okay.
Next
Um,
course.
Yeah, the next course comes out. The help trot out a large tray balanced on the back of a shaved ram, heaped with what appear to be pies with golden flaky crust. The queen claps her hands in delight, exclaiming, "Ah, the meat course!" Knowledge checks.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait.
Wait.
5.
Quincy wins.
I'm rolling this shit.
Yeah.
20.
No.
Yeah, it seems almost impossible for me to make it,
Okay.
so I'm not gonna roll it.
So, alright, so Marco and Quincy.
I passed with a 9. I would like to say that I did pass with a 9.
And Dash.
Dash, dot, dot, dash.
So as the meat course is set out before you, Marco, since you identify it as does Quincy, this is this pie is an unseen feast. It is a pie. It's a meat pie full of invisible stalker meat. The correct way to eat an unseen feast is to finish it within 5 minutes of the pie being opened. For at this point, the meat has had enough time to react with the air and becomes visible as a fluffy, wispy mass. If that happens, any bits of meat left uneaten take on a bitter taste, and traditionally, once the meat becomes visible, it is considered gauche to eat it. So you'll need to make perception checks, but we'll do that after some roleplay here.
What kind of fucking... Okay, hold it. Time out. What kind of fucking food turns it... I can't even think...
It's invisible stalker meat.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
what's so hard to believe?
It's all fucked up food, you know. Every dish so far has been a fucked up dish.
This is really fucked up.
This is pretty timid, to be honest.
Okay, well,
It's a
remind
stalker
me never to
cat.
come to dinner with you then.
I mean, you had a live fish, and then you had
Yeah,
a food so
we-
spicy you had a hard time. You have a hard time eating it for half the people, and then invisible meat. That's pretty out there.
Not only live fish, but
I know, right?
you know, freshly poached fish in the boiled soup.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, I know of places that eat weird shit that's, like, acceptable, like dog meat. Yeah, I could fucking eat dog meat. That would be fucking too hard. I eat sushi. But this is kind of, you know...
It's
well,
cat
yeah,
meat.
but-
It's basically cat meat. Here you go.
There aren't many
it's not-
invisible stalkers in
Does Quincy
It's-
refuse to eat the meal?
the world.
Oh, hell no. Like, he's going to do it because he's a dope and he's social. But still...
Can I do a bluff check to see if he's like reacting to it?
No.
Like, yeah.
No.
I mean, it's probably legitimate with the character for him to eat it.
Oh
But
yeah, definitely.
this is fucking bizarre as all fucking hell.
Well, we should name you Jojo then. Let's keep going.
The queen speaks aloud and says, "All of this, it is interesting, the nature of sin and evil. It seems as though it's different for everyone. To me, to worship any god is a sin, yet throughout all of Cheliax, the worship of Asmodeus is all but required." She turns to this guy and says, "Please, tell me, what, in your consideration, what is the greatest sin?" He responds, "I say the worst sin is defying one's betters, especially when they've done a great deal for you. I deal with slips so ungrateful they're slipping true to their namesake. Sorry. I deal with slips so ungrateful they're slipping true to their namesake, and I just think, must be Oath Day. Knowledge local.
I play Tragic Slip. I tap 2 black and 3 Tragic Slip. Sorry. Continue.
She says, she
I
nods.
the front.
I say, yeah, that is very true. But who are our betters? Who is to define that? It is the greatest sin to defy our betters, but who defines our betters?
It's self-evident.
Self-evidence. So each
Yeah.
one defines his
Kaliki.
betters.
Kaliki over here, says, "What of you, Sutsia?" She just kind of glares, and you can very clearly see this. She glares at all of you, and just kind of gruffly says, "Invading another's home."
How would you know, my lady?
I would. You feel as though you're not supposed to be responding to these. Like, she's just going around the table asking.
Okay.
This one here. And what of you? To neglect one's children is the worst sin. Of all the creatures you are to owe more than nothing, one would think it would be them. But people are sometimes so wretched. Passes on. The worst sin is abuse of... let me get a different voice for some of these. The worst sin is abuse of another person's trust. Worse than how cruel it is, it turns other people callous and cruel too. Next person. Here. I say chastity is the worst sin. That Risden I mentioned earlier, worst thing about him. When he had that eagle headband on, it was a waste. Next. Resurrection. Ain't no spell a tenth so good at undoing a day's work. 5 times I've had a client thinking I shirked their job after someone thought they were too good for my blade. No less. Zolshak Zabrini says fraud is worst sin. Honest business is what makes society society. Wasting booze. If you ain't gotta have it, give it to me, gods damn it.
Of course.
The next one. Not booze. Food. There are hungry children on the streets begging for the bread you toss aside. Also me.
Gonna eat them?
Annie is asked next. The worst thing anyone can do is hurt a human puppy. Goblins and Mother Comfort used to do that, and they were so mean.
Mark up next.
She gestures at Molly. Yeah, she gestures actually at Molly Mayapple, who says, Theft. I've had important things stolen from me. I can't abide those who would do such a thing. Marco.
Disloyalty. Those who pretend to to align themselves with one, get to stab them in the back.
Roll diplomacy.
It's -4 on this still.
Yeah. Okay. Express yourself very well. Katerin.
Dishonoring the hunt. As much as it is a pure experience to run down a stag, nothing is more vile than those who kill for sport alone.
Indeed.
Okay, and likewise roll diplomacy.
Oh dear. I knew you're not giving me enough boosts.
Ratchet. Wait, no. I'm sorry, not Ratchet. Quincy.
That is a hard thing to decide. I would say the greatest sin is not living up to what oneself is not living up to protecting oneself and those they care about. It is greatly sinful to not care for oneself and those that they care about. It causes great pain for those who see you, or those you work with or for.
Alright. Diplomacy.
23. That's not bad.
Is that counting in the -4?
Yes.
Okay. Wait. Okay. Ratchet.
I do agree with the gentleman on the other side of the table. It is the worst sin to defy those who are better than you. But who defines who is better than you? That is even worse sin than defying them. To lie, I guess, is the worst sin. Slash
Yeah.
20 plus 8 diplomacy 20.
Alright. Zenrai.
Zenrai.
The worst sin is destroying something truly beautiful. There are two things of great beauty in this world, and destroying any one of them is a mortal sin.
This guy over here says, 2 things, yeah. 2.
Oh!
She also has the -4.
That's including the -4.
Okay. It's like,
And then maybe she says it a little pointedly while stroking one of her lips, like, you know, just be destroyed my face with
the one
your
thing
nail.
to destroy something beautiful.
Right.
Flux.
The worst sin of all is squandered potential. If you have the ability to do great things in this world, it is your duty to do so in order to change things in however way your abilities will allow that to happen.
Nice. Dip.
Dash.
Worst sin is neglecting your tools and the things that you own. If you can't keep them in shape, then what do you have? You don't deserve respect.
Roll diplomacy.
Yes, diplomacy.
Damn.
I was hoping that'd be better.
It's not that bad.
Okay. Now I'm gonna need perception checks from people to see how well, because 5 minutes have passed, and let's see how well you guys ate your unseen feasts. So I'm gonna go around and get the answers to that question. Marco, what did you roll for perception?
25.
Katerin.
15.
Ratchet.
24.
Flux. Flux.
32.
32, sorry. And 15 for Zenry.
Quincy.
20.
Dash.
16.
Okay, so of you guys, only Flux and Marco.
You mean Zenry?
No, only Flux and Marco.
So, Zenry was the 15.
I know, yeah.
I'm saying to Humam.
Oh.
Yeah, of you guys,
Ah,
only...
okay.
Let's see.
So only Flux and Mako actually make it. The DC was 25. God damn it.
That's alright.
If we were in,
Fortunately, you
if we were in
don't...
Chicago, I would have made it.
Fortunately, you
Sure.
don't lose an entire, you don't
Like,
lose
progress
points.
point.
Fortunately, you don't lose points for everyone who didn't make it, because that was a rather hard check. She nods at all of your answers, and the next and final course emerges. And so for knowledge checks,
Pass.
Pass.
I'm gonna get one of these one day.
Marco wins, Quincy wins,
26.
27.
Dash wins.
Yay! Good job. You're better at local than the normal
Okay.
guy.
Well, there's two noble guys, Quincy, and then there's also Marco. So
And Quincy.
Not to mention better at something relies on being able to consistently do something rather than
Yeah.
occasionally, you know,
yeah.
I consistently have a good roll, or consistently have a good high modifier, but never have a fucking good roll to do it.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
because dice hate me.
Let me also give you experience points for the Unseen Feast. Let's not forget to do that.
So what is the dish? What is the dessert?
Okay, 1 second.
1 second. It's over. Let's go. I'm so bad.
The final
so-
course is the dessert course. At each setting, the help place a small plate covered by a silver lid. A strange device that looks like a little corkscrew and a curious fist-sized object in the shape of a dodecahedron, the same shape as a 12-sided die. The help lifts the lids off the plates simultaneously, and a tumble of fat, candied spiders, each with a belly the size of a grape, come tumbling out and over the edges of the plate. These candied Marco, you know that these candied spiders are a Darklands delicacy called sweet fats. They are crunchy and served cold. They are slightly sweet if eaten dry, but are much more delicious if drenched with honey sauce. Alas, the honey sauce is trapped within the dodecahedron, and opening the course is tricky. A knowledge arcana or spellcraft check will be of some help here.
Isn't everything taste like sweet when drenched in honey sauce?
Yes, but
say.
these especially so.
Okay. I don't have spellcraft. I don't have whatever the thing that thing is.
That's all right. Marco does. So you recognize that the dodecahedron. It's modeled after a notorious magical item called a Chelish Crux. Opening the magical version requires tracing runes along 12 faces, and failing can release a blast of energy that seriously hurts the user. These containers, however, are non-magical. You need a disable device or intelligence check in order to open them. But I'll come around these at the. Actually, I'll go around the table again, and when you guys give your she's also going to accept your gifts at this juncture. And so when she does, as you give your gifts, I will also get the checks for that.
Disable device.
For a disabled device and also your diplomacy. I'll let you keep that roll. Remember that you rolled a 37, but not yet, okay?
Okay.
This
So
probably doesn't count as a trap either.
It's still a disabled device.
Yeah.
Actually, it's minus
does-
2, so
it-
it's 25.
it doesn't
That's
count as a trap. No,
Trap.
it's
You know.
God damn it. Well, my hands are still gonna be like the minus.
Yeah, but it's not a
minus 5.
trap.
32.
yeah.
Chill.
You can keep that roll. We'll come back when we get back around to you. Dash. What did you get her?
A sealed vial of exotic spider poison, 250 gold.
Okay. You offer that up to her. She smiles and thanks. She smiles and thanks you. Thank you very much. I know just who to use this on. She sets it down.
Splendid.
Okay. Give one. And you also can choose if you want to. You can make a diplomacy check.
All right. 16.
Okay.
That's a really bad roll.
It's neutral.
I guess.
Okay. Annie is next. She gives her a little tiny. She gives her a little tiny children's tea set and offers it to her. She says, "Here you go, Mrs. This used to belong to a human puppy I knew, but she doesn't need it anymore." And she walks back to her seat. The Queen of Delights giggles and thanks her for the gift and sets it aside.
A quick interjected question of interest. Who helped Annie pick out the gift? Because isn't Annie supposed to be a dog?
A doll.
Annie is a doll. She can walk and talk, so she was able to go shopping for herself.
Yeah, but I
No.
thought it was the spirit of a dog put
Yeah.
into a doll.
Her
Awakened.
her intelligence score is like 11.
Ah, okay.
As a
She's more intelligent than
That's
me.
great.
part of the
He's like,
part of the process of becoming a soulbound doll raised her intelligence score.
Right. Okay.
Vindelfeck puts his mouth into a satchel and pulls out a dead mouse and sets it down in front of the Queen of Delights. The Queen of Delights looks a little bit repulsed and just kind of sweeps it aside.
Guess we should have helped him out.
This guy gives him, you mentioned Belkson earlier. I attained this curiosity from there. Pulls out this, wait, no, that's the wrong guy. Okay, yeah, says, these, they are nearly as beautiful as you are, miss. And it's a set of 20 smoke sticks, each of which gives off smoke of a different color.
Cool.
Not really.
This woman gives her an ivory statue of a rat. And she doesn't say
oh,
Can we do sense motive?
You can do sense motive.
Yes. Did she implying that she's a rat?
are we all allowed to do this? Or just,
Yeah, you
just
can roll it.
Like, this,
I see-
that seems so fucking suspicious, kind of thing.
Okay, so Marco and Marco alone. You kind of do feel like there's a sort of inside joke between them about her being a rat.
I got him.
Like, you don't know much more, but you feel like there's an inside joke.
A dirty, filthy rat.
I don't know why I said pirate.
That woman gives a pillow on which reads, "Home is where the heart is."
Hey.
This woman gives her 9 bags of trail mix.
What is that?
The fuck? Okay.
9 bags of trail mix. What is that?
I'm gonna explain what trail mix is.
Alright.
It's an assortment of different foodstuffs that's been dried.
It's like spices.
No, it's
Like oat grains.
Tak's trying
and
to say
fruit
something.
and candy.
I said I'll
Tak is. Yeah,
Tak is talking to his background.
Okay. So the gnome gives a copy of one of the volumes of the Pathfinder Chronicles, the one on the Darklands.
To Mera.
The halfling says, "You mentioned Belkson earlier. That's where I acquired this curiosity." And pulls out this axe, which, like, besides the blade on the head, it has, like, a bunch of other blades. It looks freaking metal. It is a masterwork butchering axe. Let's see who's next. Zolshak Zabrini. A 400 GP gift card to one of his stores.
Classic.
alright.
This guy
This guy's ahead of his time. He's a natural treasure.
a set of golden wine glasses.
Not even meat.
No, not mead. These guys all failed that check. And brand new, like, these beautiful silky bed sheets. Molly gives her a little sort of a bronze statue of an apple. Marco.
Yeah, by the time she comes around to Cat and Marco, Cat is gonna present a finely crafted gold chain formed in the shape of a spider with an opening and closing mechanism, but no stone. At which point Marco will say, "And of course a stone to go with the locket," and
Okay.
present a rather large onyx.
Is that stone like the key for the mechanism or
Alright.
something?
No, it's the jewel.
Ah, okay, I guess.
And diplomacy checks, if you please.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. She accepts both of your gifts graciously. Quincy is gone, it seems.
Yep.
Okay, then we'll go to Ratchet.
I present her the jar of the spider and I say, I would have opted to find a rare one myself with the sweat of my forehead, but I guess this will have to do, since there are none that are exquisite enough for you here, Mally.
She giggles.
Diplomacy,
Yes.
20 plus 8. There you go. No, not one! Drop it once! Drop it once!
Okay, and one for the gift itself.
Drop it once!
Zenray, she presents this lovely dress made of spider silk with a very delicate web pattern to it.
Okay.
That would be
Dip,
plus
dip.
5.
And as we've gone around, I've been forgetting to get the disable device checks, but I'll just do that again when we're done here. All right.
Alrighty.
And Flux.
I give her a brandy sifter with a gold spider inlay.
All right.
And I put it to her, and hopefully you can find some wonderful brandy to enjoy this with.
All right.
Roll diplomacy.
29 diplomacy.
Good job.
Yep.
What did you roll, Marco?
Okay. So.
It's a 3. Damn. Man, that's so much high hope for you.
Then so Quincy, I know, got her a gift. So.
Mead for $500.
Yeah. Let's see what he rolled.
It's usually plus 12.
If it was plus 12, okay then.
17.
Yeah. All right then. So now we go for the disable device checks. Ratchet, I remember that you succeeded yours.
32.
Yeah.
32.
So it's just
Is there an alternate disable device?
an intelligence check.
Okay.
Let's see. Sauce pod.
In fact, all of us are probably going to be making intelligence checks. But from
Oh yeah.
Luxury Ranger.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
You probably roll.
You gave her your gift and made a diplomacy check. So
Okay.
so I'm gonna
What
now
was
go.
the check?
I'm gonna now go down, you guys, and see who gets the
The full.
for the disable device / intelligence check. Marco.
4.
Quincy, roll an intelligence or the disable device.
Wait, what was my role?
You are 5.
It was
But-
that. I just rolled a d20. I didn't add the modifier to the roll itself. I used it with my brain.
It was 16, so that's 21.
It's a minus 4
okay. You
because
would
of the
have succeeded then. So.
soup. It's a minus 4 because of the soup.
Fucking right, yeah. I kind of want to roll it myself, but I probably know that I won't be any better.
Okay.
I did say I'd be right back.
For disable device or intelligence, Katerin.
9.
Flux.
13.
Okay. Zinray.
13.
Quincy.
23.
Dash.
6.
So, Marco, Katerin, Flux, Zinray, and Dash all spill their honey sauce.
Oh.
I think we all did equally terribly.
Nope. Speak for yourself.
Fuck you.
Oh yeah, sure.
We all did equally terribly.
Ratchet opened it successfully and gracefully and won a point, and Quincy did the same.
Oh, yeah.
See, you didn't do terribly. Are you gonna allow him to reroll the intelligence, the diplomacy?
No. Because
Damn.
I
The
did
chaos,
right back.
chaos gods are not here with you.
I'm
It's
sorry,
sorry.
I had to throw a cat, and the cat was arguing with me. Fucking because cat, he's a fucking asshole.
Yeah, but if you had rolled well, would you want to reroll? It's the counter argument.
If I had rolled well, yeah.
No, if he rolled
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, I still would want to roll myself, because there's always a chance of me fucking up. Instead of having my, you know...
It is what it is.
it's a random number generator. It is not different based on who does it.
Bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit, dude. The chaos gods are here.
First of all, I know for a fact that I have literally walked into one game, had like 3 people roll fucking like really well, and then they were in the same game later that night, and they all rolled terribly. I can almost guarantee you there's always going to be a difference if who rolls it. Because I started rolling the nights with 20s, and then I ended the session at rolling 5s.
Google the theory of large numbers.
Yep.
The theory of what now?
The large numbers. Large numbers.
Theory of large numbers.
Quantum roll.
Okay.
I think I've read about
Checking
this once,
here.
but I can't.
They explained their rollings.
Call-
It's 20 guys with dice just rolling all day and putting the numbers in order.
Terrible.
The law of large numbers.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell?
So, the meal concludes. And the Queen of Delights thanks everyone for attending, and the other guests begin to leave.
We like behind, right, guys?
Yeah.
We wanna
As
talk
they
to our
do,
privacy?
Molly kind of whispers to you guys, "Hey, listen.
Yeah, what is it, Molly?
Now's when you should. Okay. Now's your chance to go up. Now's your chance to go up and ask for an alliance."
Molly.
Thank you. Thank you, Molly.
Guys, who's gonna handle that?
Dash is waiting outside for.
I would probably say Quincy and Marco.
Does he still have the -4? Because you said the rest of the banquet. The banquet's over.
It won't matter.
Oh, the rolls don't matter anymore. Okay, so I guess we're all here. Just a matter of proposition. There's no more rolls. I
As she
guess.
stands up, she turns to you, seeing you gather around her.
Quincy,
It's been a
get to
lovely
ask.
evening, we must say. Very interesting dishes. Some more
Very
successful than others.
My
Wait, I didn't
darlings!
wanna-
Foreign customs.
She interrupts you and says, my darlings, your performance at the table has already made my decision. No need for theatrics." No pause occurs in universe. That's just me scrolling up. Of course Fire will support your bid for freedom. Fire will aid. When the time comes to throw off Thrune's shackles, Fire will be there to aid you.
Wonderful, my lady. Wonderful.
She
How
bids.
close did we get that one?
Can I roll sense motive to see if she has like anything to like gain with that?
Of course, she has something to gain with that.
Yeah, but like,
Oh,
is it like too much? Is she too happy about it?
Nah, you don't
Unless
sense
you-
it. You don't sense anything like that.
Oh, okay. But she's got like a straight
yeah.
flush. You know?
So you actually weren't that close. Or I'll explain afterwards because there's still one more thing. Right. She turns to you, Marco, and says, You conducted yourself especially well here. If I may ask, would you be welcome to staying in Cobweb Manor for a while for a private conversation?
Oh my god!
Bruh, she wants it.
Sense motive to learn if she
I
I
wants
feel like a
All
sense
of us?
motive
All
check
of us?
should be
All of
involved.
us?
No, just Marco.
Just
yeah,
Marco?
yeah, she wants it. She wants
it!
Oy vey.
How old is she?
We would be happy to accompany.
More than an adult. Like
Quincy
or an
just
adult.
turns to the guy.
I mean,
Everybody
like,
else.
is she old?
No,
Because her husband is
I
already
don't
a
know.
skeleton.
Quincy just turns to everybody else and says, "Let us be on our way. Let the two have their conversation about our alliance. Move along, move along."
Okay, Quincy, don't bust a nut. Let's keep going.
Okay. The Queen of Delights leads you to her bedchamber, and things happen.
Does
Okay.
she,
No
does
need-
she
no
balk
need
at
for
the
details.
idea of Cat sticking around?
What? Yeah, she balks at the idea of Cat sticking around.
I responded with the that we would be happy to.
Not both of you, just...
Oh, boy!
Now I know why you didn't want me to play a bard. You are an asshole. I'm just kidding.
Well,
Yeah, right.
Are you gonna say no to our alliance?
I guess Cat is gonna. She's gonna
Fuck
go.
me, asshole.
Does Cat roll a sense motive and see if he's...
So yeah,
I suppose.
things...
Fuck you, asshole. Fuck you.
She takes you back to her bedchamber. Roll perform sexual technique.
I don't have it.
You can make it
Trained.
untrained.
You have perform oratory. That's
That I
close
do.
enough.
That is not the same thing as perform oral, so no. So let me get her roll for that.
They're not opposing rolls, they're like average rolls.
Yeah, no, this doesn't mean anything. It's just me being 14 is what's going on right now.
Good job.
Me being a teenager.
Damn.
See, it would have been. This would be. Now that I know that this happened, it would have been so much funnier if it would have been like a tie between my bard and his bard, because that would have been funny as fuck to me. But anyway,
She would have invited you guys for her to be the middle of a bard sandwich had that happened.
Ah, so good.
Yeah.
yeah, I know. That was my point here.
She-
is for sandwich.
Yeah, she invites back whoever accumulates the most banquet points for the party.
What are the rankings?
I'll explain it in a minute here, but so
After-
and Marco,
yeah,
I won't make you roll the check if you don't want to, but it's funny. And it gives
How
me
much
an
is-
I didn't understand what you wanted me to roll.
okay. Just it for you it'll just be a charisma check, I guess. It's perform sexual technique.
Should we teach 20 plus charisma, dexterity, and strength?
No. It is from the Book of Erotic Fantasy. Anyways,
Yeah.
I don't have a rank in that,
all right.
but there's an untrained check, I suppose.
All right.
Now,
So,
can I summon an instrument to help?
yeah, I'll let you if you want to do like if you want to do a and if you want to do yeah, you can do that. It
More
won't-
importantly, can you inspire confidence with this?
Yeah, it's a skill check, so you can inspire competence with it. I will allow that.
Both of those will give a +2. Actually, inspire confidence is a +3 at this point.
So okay.
That'll put me on a 23.
So that will get another banquet point. Give me an excuse to give you one more, please.
Oh my god. He's a bard. That should just give him enough. That should give him at least one extra point because he's a fucking bard, as everybody knows. As everybody knows.
Have him do a perform
Bards
oratory
fucking
to,
everything.
like, for pillow talk.
Or-
I'll accept that. Yeah, because there will be sort of afterward. There is a little bit of while you guys are laying there. There is something she'll say that's of note that we need to role play. So she's sitting back.
I don't want to do this.
You You Marco, you got that was a 23 perform sexual technique, so you did well, and she is very pleased with you. As she lays back, she says, "Did you notice one of the guests looking at you strangely?"
Half of that was cut off.
You cut out.
She says to you as she's laying next to you, "One of the guests, did you notice her looking at you strangely?"
A lady in green.
Yes, her. You should know, the name she gave was a false one. Her name is Finn. I don't know.
Do I know who this is?
You are likely. There's a reasonable possibility that you might roll history or local.
I'll take 20 on this.
Okay.
For
Right.
32.
So you recall that your current hideout used to belong to the Gray Spiders? Of the guild masters and guild mistresses of the Gray Spiders, one of them got away, and it was Finn.
Okay.
She's
Maybe ask her where does she reside now?
in Vire. She lives here. She's a Nargabarite fanatic. I invite her out of courtesy, not out of respect. She kind of stretches. You get that that last perform oratory there is your response, and with that, you reach 30 banquet points, which means I personally will. Besides via support, I intend to personally aid your rebellion.
Personally? Oh, she already personally aided something.
And I trust, and I hope to again.
Personally aided his sword.
We've had a great time in Via so far, though I suspect we'll have to deal with Haifan one way or another. Do you know where she stays? Does she have much standing with the Norgorb occult?
She's nominally retired, but I think she's bored. And
Well, she seemed awfully interested in all of us from Kintargo today.
yes.
Oh my god, now it all makes sense now.
We'll keep an eye on her.
She wants me.
Yeah, she does, and I I realized that when after it was like, oh wait a minute, okay, that explains a lot now.
Yeah, you are a part of the order that got her that
Is she the grandmother of Slayers?
no.
No, but she hired the grandmother of Slayers to
Oh, yeah.
You don't know that for a fact, but I mean that's consistent with
It
things.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
And you're very predictable, so yeah.
That's fucked up. That's still
So, the Queen of Delights personally allies with the Silver Ravens only if she is particularly taken. As long as she remains an ally, the rebellion never loses supporters for having a treasury shortage. In addition, while she remains an ally, the Silver Ravens may take a bonus earned gold action during the activity phase, provided the Queen's favorite favorite PC, which is Marco, leads the team taking this bonus action.
Nice.
Which means the Queen's pet, the Queen's boy toy, is leading us. Yeah, okay, we're fine with this.
Yeah.
As always, as you do.
I'm a little upset now. Thank you very much, because this actually makes me very sad.
Okay, so can we know the rankings now?
In 1 second, I am also going to give you XP for successfully securing the alliance, because you're supposed to get that.
Can you read the rank from bottom to top, please? Because I kind of.
I will in just a second here. Hold on. Okay, alliance with secure an alliance with Vire through the Queen of Delights, 12,800.
I hate you, Marco.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I wanted to play a fucking bard just for the social stuff, but they're like, no,
You
we
wouldn't
don't need
have.
to sing.
I mean, you wouldn't have automatically, but anyway, so you guys, so basically here's what it is. So throughout the whole thing, I was tracking your banquet points. Whenever you made a check, normally, if it was a check you could abstain from, then winning it would get you a banquet point, and I was tracking individually how much each of you were contributing to it, and I was also tracking the overall total banquet points throughout the entire party. Each of you, so each time there was, if it was a check you could abstain from, winning would get you a banquet point, losing would lose you a banquet point. If it was a check you could not abstain from, winning would get you a banquet point, losing by only a little would be fine, and losing by 5 or more would cost you a banquet point. Being dressed correctly gets each of you 2 banquet points, which is why you started with you started with 14. Giving a correct gift gets each of you a banquet point, which is why you got more from that. And then you managed to accrue. You were swinging up and down over the course of things, but it got to 20 pretty quickly and stayed there. Had you gotten fewer than 10, an alliance with her would have been an alliance
Impossible.
with. Yeah, it would have been impossible. With 19 or fewer banquet points, the Queen of Delight shrugs and smiles slightly, noting, "If the leaders of the Silver Ravens can't comport themselves at a simple meal, what chance do they have of opposing House Thrune? I wish you luck, my birds, but Vire will not risk Thrune's ire for you. If one of you has the most banquet points, which is inevitable, she will still invite that person to her bedchamber. If you have at least 10 banquet points and someone has sex with her, then she changes her mind and does the alliance. If you have 20 to 29 banquet points, then she if you have 20 to 29 banquet points, and then she agrees to the alliance and proposes and pulls one of you back, and she allies Vire with you. If you have at least 30, which is why I asked for an excuse to give you one more, because you had 29, and if you have 30 and she agrees, and you agree to sleep with her, then she will ally with you personally like she did.
Nice.
Cool.
So it's like really, if there is a sex scene, it's pretty much trivial to get her to agree with you. And had your banquet point total been negative at any point, she would have kicked you out. But you started with 14 immediately because you were dressed correctly, so that wasn't really going to happen.
The term "come correct" works.
Okay. Now, for that, so Marco contributed. So, given that Marco contributed those 2 at the end, Dash contributed the least banquet points. He actually was net -1. Probably because he kept failing those knowledge checks.
Sorry, whom?
Dash.
Yeah.
Yep.
Leon's new character.
Right. Yeah, sorry.
Zenray was a wash overall. She gained some and cost some. She contributed a total of 0.
That's exactly what I was shooting for, actually.
Katerin contributed a single banquet point on net. Both Ratchet and Quincy contributed 5.
Ah.
Flux contributed 7.5. The half is the result of the perception check is so hard that instead of losing them, gaining or losing based on how many people make it, it's if someone makes it, you get 2. If everyone does, you get 5 or something like that. So Flux, because he was one of the 2 who made it, or no, it's not you get 2, it's you get 1 if But Flux got 7.5. There was a point where he and Marco were tied, and I was wondering whether it would be him or Marco that got invited back. I suspected strongly from the beginning it would be Marco.
Damn, like I this kind of makes sense that I didn't get to play the bard.
Knowing the dishes made a lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the intelligence check at the end, that was probably one of that was a ding if I pushed me down.
I said she's racist. She saw that I was an
Yeah,
elf.
but I failed that one as well.
Oh, you did? Okay, never mind.
I rolled a 4.
Nah, he murdered every single diplomacy check.
Yeah, he did. And,
I have a plus 22. Yeah.
And he contributed 12.5. So
that's why I wanted to play a bard in the first place, was because of
Well,
you told me it was a diplomacy thing. I'm like, okay, the best thing for diplomacy is bard, and it kind of made me sad that I didn't get to play. That's good little.
but there were other options for that.
But
yeah, there were.
As I said, if I weren't already playing a bard, I would have let you spin the bard.
Yeah.
And you have some social stuff with your thing anyway, so you should have.
Like I didn't check it really because I was looking through it and I forgot what stuff we had didn't have kind of thing. So I don't know what was there, what wasn't there, what I got bonus to and whatnot.
You did as good as a dumbass sitting next to you. Don't worry about it.
I like there were several times I wanted to stab you with, I wanted to hit you with my cane and be like, shut up.
I did twice penalize you, Ratchet, for saying something stupid by just subtracting a banquet point. Which, had I not done that, I wouldn't have needed to fudge at the end to get you the full alliance. So I guess it works out.
That makes sense, though.
You make adjustments as you do.
What are the two things that I failed at?
Well,
social
number one,
thing.
Insulting other guests.
Yeah, that was one of them. That was one of them. The other one was actually hard coded into the module, and that one was asking Hyphen her name.
Oh.
That's a subtler thing with like var values that it wasn't necessarily completely your fault that you didn't realize not to do that.
I didn't ask her name, but like I just wasn't able to actually get the name out of her. I actually tried, guys.
Right, but you weren't supposed to.
Most of my stuff was very underhanded. Like I did kind of insult several of the guests for being dumb or fat, but I did it underhandedly. So
I didn't really pick up on it. So
yeah, that was my main point of speaking the way I was. That it made it where it was really hard to understand. So I could smack, like I would literally smack somebody for being fucking ugly or fucking fat, because I was like, that was the thing. That's the thing about talking with a noble is that you don't have to technically fucking say anything. You can say something and mean something entirely else. So even if it wasn't insulting or anything, it just kind of worked out in my favor.
I've got to be off. You guys have fun. I'll do some kind of RP thing this week and throw you a character sheet later.
Okay.
Bye.
One thing to keep in mind is that I will be at Gen Con next Friday, so on the 18th there will be no Hell's Rebels game.
Please write this in the chat or set the next game time.
Right. Okay. Let me end the stream. This has been a fun session though.
Definitely.
Yep.
Uh-huh.